Hello, mates. Welcome to London. Now, run for your lives.
And we're live.
That's where it is. It couldn't have been much longer than that.
Of course
See,
not.
Nice, short, get right into it. Sets the mood. Welcome to London. We're doing a vampire story tonight. Oh, I'm excited about it. But a little housekeeping just up front. For everybody in the cast, the sheets are not working the way I would want them to. So we're not going to be able to roll dice from the sheets. You can roll your hunger and your frenzy checks and things that only require one die from your sheet. But anything that requires 2 dice or more, combinations of things, roll them manually. but keep track of how hungry you are. However hungry you are, those first dice that you throw, if you got 2 dots of hunger, the first 2 dice are your hunger dice. If you have 3 dots of hunger, the first 3 dice in your roll are going to be your hunger dice. And that way we can keep track of criticals and bestial failures and other juicy stuff like that.
You're so smart, Tony.
Yeah, well, I was working all week to try to make the sheets work, and I couldn't do that, so I ain't that smart.
Well,
I couldn't fix the sheets.
they're smart, and then there's Tony.
Got a
smart.
workaround.
Okay, so
I got a dumb man's workaround. That's what I got. But welcome, everybody, to Wicked City Kindred, where a bunch of Chicago V5 vampires are thrust back in time to 1859 London, chasing a madman through the gates of time, a madman who wants to use the blood of a primogen to rise an antediluvian. And for whatever reasons, you're not really sure. In the course of your investigations, some of you have found comfort and rest for this day. Vanya, Konya, you found yourself a nice crate in the basement of the Crystal Palace with a little hay pillow.
I was going to say complete with hay. Yes.
Arthur and Lilith are sharing a sarcophagus together after Lilith had an unexpected run-in with a Getty, a Revolutionary War.
It shouldn't have been unexpected. I was kind of yelling, "Danger, Will Robinson, danger!"
I know, but you guys, I didn't want to lay. I didn't want to rest. Lilith wanted to go down there. Got her ass kicked, and now here she is.
And these are the times before neon signs, so it wasn't like there was anything pointing like danger.
In Lila's defense, she was only ignoring Vanya. Okay, so
true enough.
Yeah,
and following her own instincts. Julian, on the other hand, pieced out of a meeting with a creepy Tremere spy, leaving behind Dusable's blood and just disappearing into the shadows. You had an interesting rest of your night. Just went back and had a long conversation with Stephen Lenoir. He's so proper and so British, and he works on Victorian time. When you ask him, how do I ingratiate myself? He's talking about months and years. He's living the Kindred life to its fullest, or at least to its longest. He wasn't very useful for plans that require immediate action. Wraith Haversham, on the other hand, was happy to tell you where to go.
in a good
After
way.
having tried to coerce the rest of your coterie into going to the Crystal Palace south of the city and removing it somehow from the clutches of the general, he begs you to do the same thing with a smile on his face. But more importantly, he was willing to sell you information. We talked a little bit about that in behind the scenes. It was an unusual trade. To give Haversham what little knowledge you actually have of the future. At least knowledge that he could use. You don't know London historically.
Thank you, Salinity Rose. We appreciate the cheer.
Again. But Critias's classes did beat you with the history of Chicago. So you can name the years of each of the princes of Chicago since Maxwell, including the year Maxwell dies and who replaces him, and the year that Kindred prince dies and who replaces him. When Haversham asks you to do the same thing for London, you have to refuse, because in your time, as far as you know, London is a fallen city. There is no prince anymore. Haversham takes that as a dire warning. And in return, he tells you where Valerius is going to be. We'll wait so that you can share that information, at least with the rest of your coterie. You have already roused for the morning, or the evening, I should say. You're hungry, Julian. You're very, very, very hungry.
Yes. First, since I'm also doing Haversham a favor, I assume that he would be willing to part with some supplies to help kindle this flame he wants me to light.
Oh, you need only ask Havisham. He's happy to provide.
I'll say the sentence that I just said instead of talking about Haversham. I'll say, I assume that you will be providing me.
Tell me what you need, and I'll make it happen.
Things that go boom, boom.
Oh, you need the boomity boom.
Yes. We need that.
Well, all right. It's a tall order, but
It's a tall task.
It'll happen for you. Now, was that from the night before?
Yes. Well, either that or as I'm being transported, because that was what I was going to do. To go to the coterie.
He had offered to take you.
Yes. I'm taking him up on his offer.
Let's talk about that, because his offer was actually to take you in your torpor. He would be willing to seal you away and ship you there so that you arrive as supplies. But if he does it tonight, today, or as it were, you won't have your boomity boom with you.
Okay.
If you can wait until evening.
Ship me next day. Ship the explosives overnight. That's what I'm...
One of you is going 2 day, the other one's going express.
Yeah. It's fine.
Stay at the Rupture Dock, and I'll make sure to see what happens.
Oh, one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see any down on their luck kindred around that are just stopping? Shut up, Arthur. That are just stopping in for a drink or something like that.
Not this early, at least not the kind you're looking for. You're seeing kindred of note. You're seeing the people you've met.
Where are the Cantiff located in London?
Oh, the Caitiff?
Yeah.
Around. You'd have to feel around for them.
I'll look. There's no way, and I'll do this before I go to bed. Like,
all right.
If I'm not going to the library.
What you want to put a feeler out for the Caitiff? Find out where they are.
I just want to find a kindred that is alone and seems like they don't belong to anybody, so I can kill them and drink their blood.
Wow.
To be super specific.
Gotta do what you
No
gotta do.
need to play coy.
You want to do that before you rest?
I don't. If I'm being shipped overnight, then I'm going to end up.
This is why we're talking about it, because a little bit of this is retconning. He can get you there during your torpor, whether it's today or tomorrow. Is up to you.
I feel bad.
So the shipping doesn't take 2 days, but it can happen in 2 days, or it can happen right away.
Yeah.
If it happens the next night, you'll at least have time to do other things before you go.
But I won't need him at that point.
You don't know that, but...
No. I mean, him shipping me only helps if it's in torpor. So, like, I'm gaining time. That's what I mean.
During the day and be there in time.
Yeah, if it's during the night, I can just go by myself.
But if you're being shipped right away, you're being shipped right away. Or you're being shipped the next day. And
Nah, I'll save that favor of his, and I'm just gonna go hunt for some people. If that's okay.
yes, it is. So at least you have the information about Valerius, and when you get together with your coterie, you will be able to share that with them.
Mhm.
Let's pause there and at least pick up with some others.
Rex 7 everything just sent out 100 bits. Thank you very much.
Oh,
we
super.
appreciate
We
that.
loved it.
Thank
What are we
you.
doing
I
for
agree.
bits?
That's up to you.
Are we? I mean,
You didn't do anything the last game either.
we had any
We had
plans
to
for
we had to poke Adam for I don't know how many sessions before he relented and gave into hero points.
I mean,
So,
they're just giving Julian back his cryptocurrency, so it's like, oh, thank you.
I can
Oh!
I can put up a tracker and everything.
I know what I'll do with it.
Okay.
Here.
I will split up those points between the coterie and let you use them as experience points.
That's a dangerous offer, Tony. Think through your offer before you.
Solidity
before
Rose, thank you very
accept it.
much.
Yeah.
Because now you're just
Yes.
going to be begging for more.
Get me to
I don't
Potence
think that that's
5.
gonna- I don't think that that's what's going to happen at all.
Things like you said, powers at this level at the game you're playing are very expensive to buy.
Okay, I agree.
This is
Thanks,
what I'm
everybody.
So-
this is what I'm hearing. He's going to give us additional experience
No,
from the
No.
bits.
No, in lieu of
Well, already we got 300 going on. I think that
But
the viewers
are-
are very kind, and I think we're going to become OP mofos real quick. And I accept your offer.
All right,
Thank
cool.
you very much.
we'll figure this out, but
If you need to think on it, Tony, go ahead and think on it. I'll keep track of all of it that has been donated up to this point.
I don't want to hear you sons of bitches like begging for.
No,
Bits.
I don't think that's going to be a problem. You misunderstood.
Just Will on the
I was
back
trying
of
to
the
help you.
abacus, just like, nope, please go on. Yes, yes.
All right, I'm done.
All right, we'll see. We'll see how it works out. I think it'll be good for everybody.
Unseedly rules. I can dig it.
I'll begin over in the Crystal Palace with Vanyo. Since you slept so well and you awoke the next night, did you roll your rouse check yet?
No, a lot.
Are you? How hungry are you right now?
Let's. You know what? I better pull out my character sheet.
That might be a good idea.
Yeah, let's take a look. I have 1 dot.
1 dot and hungry. You haven't gotten any hungrier.
Well, I haven't rolled yet for this morning.
That's true. So let's see.
Okay.
Let's see how you feel as you rise in your box.
Now, can I roll this one off the character sheet, or do I need to?
You can. It's just a 1 die pass or fail. You don't re-roll it or anything.
I got a 0.
Uh-oh.
Did you get? You didn't get a 0.
Hold on.
You got a
No
5,
success.
I got a 5.
which is a failure on your rouse. So
Okay.
you are a little bit hungrier as you wake this morning.
Okay, so I get
This
one more
eat.
dot, right?
1 more dot.
Okay, got it. I'm cool for right now.
Now I wasn't sure if Julian was going to accept the shipping offer that night or for that day. Since you didn't, you're going to have to find your way over to the Crystal Palace yourself.
Mhm.
But Vanyo,
Yes.
you're in the basement, and you're sort of at the far northwestern end of the Crystal Palace. You're the closest in proximity to the subway station that's being built nearby.
Okay.
For just a moment, your V phone gives you a little blip.
Well, I'll pull out my V phone and see what it has to say.
Usable has popped up.
Oh. Has he popped up over by the subway station?
You can't tell where, but he is within 100 yards of you.
All right, excellent. Well, I will definitely get up out of the crate, brush myself off. I will head upstairs and I will begin looking for, because I don't know where they ended up.
You don't.
I don't.
You don't. And the Crystal Palace is a big place.
Rex, everything. Thank you for the cheer. There's another 100.
Let's see this Crystal Palace. The top picture there is the Crystal Palace. It is 3 times the length of St. Paul's Cathedral and twice as tall, all the way through.
Whoa, Wolf just just dropped 1,000, bro.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
Oh, thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
This
All right.
pleases the gangrel.
We're gonna
Hype
add up
train.
these
Oh,
bits.
the hype train's getting up there. So
We're gonna add up
Salinity
these bits,
just
and I'm going to tell you what you can buy with them. It won't just be the son of a bitch.
and Salinity just dropped another 100. We're 88% away
All right,
from
I
a
tried
you
to-
don't
I-
have to do this to me. No, never
tried to
mind.
help
Go
you
ahead,
out.
do it. Do ahead. Go ahead. Do your words. Drop your bits. Drive me
And-
crazy.
Those are experience that can go towards enemy NPCs too.
Mhm.
So hey,
Rex just
I'm-
dropped
yeah,
another
man.
100.
Stop it.
No, don't.
Use?
Thank you so much.
so there's need to catch Vanya up with us a bit. You know,
You know, it was fine when it was 100 or 200. I'm like, I can make that work.
It's like here's 1,000. With it, it's with it making like a blood sugar daddy. As a diabetic, I can make that joke.
Oh,
The
oh,
chaos
Salinity.
on
Oh, we just got a hype train. Whatever the hell that
Wait,
means.
wait. Let's let the train roll, and let's
The train-
proceed because
train
we don't
rolls.
scare the fish away. Okay, and that's 2 metaphors,
there,
price of 1. So
there you go.
But
That's I'd never seen that before. I love it.
anyways,
That's great.
That is cool.
thank you, friends and fans.
Yes,
Now.
thank you very, very much.
Crystal Palace, beautiful building.
it
Not a
is.
sarcophagus.
So, oh, well, thank you, Salinity. There's another 100.
The Crystal Palace itself was originally built in 1851 north of the river in London proper for one of the world's exhibitions. After it was in use for about 3 years, they tore it down panel by panel and rebuilt it here a couple miles south in the very pastoral hills of the greenery of southern London. It's a monumental edifice, one of the largest buildings in the world at the time.
Hey, I know that guy. How do you pronounce that, by the way?
Esai Ander. My middle name is-
Isaiander. Just subscribe. Thank you, Isaiander.
You're welcome.
This is just such a circle jerk at this point.
So,
Let's all sign up.
you're not already? What the hell, man? You don't have Amazon Prime?
It's my sister's. I don't dare set aside a rent for this.
Well, after Vanyo gets up, brushes himself off, he's going to be going upstairs to the last place where he saw...
I think you were familiar with Arthur making his way towards the Egyptian section.
Correct. As he's making his way, Rex just dropped another 1,000 on us. Thank you so
You gotta-
much.
you gotta let it go, or we're never gonna play the game. You
Oh.
have to-
I got. Don't worry, Tony. I got it all right now until I put a proper tracker up.
Oh yeah. No, everybody's gonna have a dragon at the end. It's what it is. It's just,
Ooh,
Yes, you are.
hell yeah!
So, because we need to like just have like a changeling kegger for that to happen. If I know my
Something.
world of darkness.
There you go.
So,
As Vanyo goes through the museum, he's going to be looking for. Wolf just dropped 500. Thank you, Wolf. And we got another hype train. Choo choo.
You don't let the train go by.
Sure.
You know, because I like watching the train go by.
and it's London, so it's just that one just goes all the way around.
It's
Yeah.
a big loop.
He's going to
Yeah,
be
odd.
looking for some sort of weapon that he might be able to.
Oh,
Now, because he's got a couple of knives on him.
you didn't
but-
bring any firearms with you?
No.
Just knives, huh?
Just knives.
Well, you are a dangerous kindred, just unarmed.
Totally.
But what's your preference in style? Because there's a lot on display here in the Crystal Palace. Not all of it is real. In fact, you'd
Right.
pretty sure as an antique dealer, a lot of this shit is pretty fake.
I'm just looking for something solid that could be used to bludgeon things for the most part.
There's a Norse exhibit with clubs, axes, and hammers.
Ooh. Okay.
They seem heavy, iron.
There you go. He'll take a club of some sort.
Yeah, okay. How about some with spikes in it?
Yeah, even better. Cool.
Oh,
That
even
works.
better.
Yeah, there you go. And then he'll
Flanged
just
mace.
put it on his shoulder, and he'll just start walking around, whistling. Hello.
It is quiet here after dark. The sun has already set over the horizon. You can see the stars through the roof. Arthur and Lilith sharing a sarcophagus together. This is almost romantic.
Yes.
But correct me if I'm wrong, Lilith. You're an early riser anyway.
Yes, I am.
So you'd go first. Did you roll your rouse check today? See how you're feeling, how your hunger is doing?
I have not.
Feel those pangs in your stomach like you need to eviscerate somebody? Yes, you do feel a little bit hungrier today.
Just a little bit, yeah.
Touch peckish. Does that put you at 2 dots of hunger?
They put me at 3. I
That
don't
puts you
know.
at 3.
Ooh.
That is above. That's more than peckish.
Yeah.
That's almost irritatingly hungry.
right.
That's hangry time.
Yeah. So I guess am I on top or am I on bottom?
Whoa, that's a question, isn't it? I think that's something for you and Arthur to figure out.
Dare I say, flip a coin for who's the big spoon?
I like to think, if you don't
I would
mind,
like to think I jumped in, right?
face
Sure.
first. And
Yeah.
because
That
when
works.
when he wakes up, I'd love for you to be staring at him.
I'll stare at him lovingly. Just kidding. Just
Drooling out of ways.
I'll do that
Picture.
thing that people do, especially if I am underneath him, where you're just like nudging him slightly, hoping he wakes up sooner rather than later. And I'm just like,
Man, if I had a buck
Looking
for
at
every
him.
time I had to do that.
right?
Funny, torpor isn't like being asleep. You can't
No.
wake him out of his torpor with anything short of fire or danger. But
Right.
but
Zippo.
you can nudge him for a while.
Yeah.
You don't dare open the sarcophagus, however, because even though there might be little bits of light creeping in, any direct sunlight would kill you both.
Right.
So you'll
So-
have to wait about an hour for Arthur to wake up.
Okay.
And then Arthur, you're going to wake up with Lilith staring you right in the face.
Let's
Good
see.
morning.
Wow, it's the hunger party.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
What happened to the night staff? I don't know. Okay. Yep, Arthur's also at 3 hunger. So this is, man, we are gonna be short today.
this,
Speaking of short, it's like hello, guten Nacht, or bonsoir, rather. This is uncomfortable for us both, I think.
Yes. I had to wait for you to wake up because I didn't want to risk anything.
Of course. Just kind of kick open the sarcophagus if it's at the proper time.
if you're awake, the sun is gone.
Right.
Then
So-
yeah, just a little, just kick it open.
It'll fall halfway open, and then you could push the rest, and you could see that the Egyptian section is pretty much the way you left it from the night before. The broken bits of dusted mummy are hanging about as if something had tried to escape the sarcophagus. Visitors that day were amused, and no one thought twice about it.
There we go.
Vanya, you'll hear that noise over somewhere in the Egyptian section.
I was going to say, could I please be walking in as the sarcophagus opens and they come stumbling out together?
I would love for you to see that.
Excellent. So Vanyo comes walking and goes, Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be interrupting your thing here. I didn't know. Should I leave? Are you complete? I don't know. He's just smiling. Oh, by the way. He switches the club, reaches in his coat pocket, and pulls out his V-phone. I don't know if it happened for you, but I got a little bingy on the phone. Our man, to Sable, is very close.
Arthur will check his phone.
Right.
From where you are now, Vanyo, and from where the rest of the group is, they don't have him on you don't have him on your phone anymore. But from where you were, it was close enough.
I think he's down in the train station. Is that the word, correct? Train? The underground choo-choo.
And I don't know, Vanyo, you probably don't know what happened to Lilith from the night before. So when you see her dress has been sliced, or
she was in a
wounded.
sarcophagus with a gangrel. I'm not thinking anything of this. I'm just like, they come stumbling out and I go,
Things got rough.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So
now, Lilith, you will have recovered 2 points of your superficial damage that you suffered.
Okay.
I realize you are hungry, but you can rouse check again in an attempt to heal 2 more points.
2 more points.
Is there not a knight or custodian, like night guard or custodian staff?
Not that you see.
Shame.
What happens when I mean, 4 hunger dice just lowers my odd as far as the continuing rolls, right?
Well, what do you mean? If you're hungry, if you're at 4 hunger,
yeah,
you risk losing control of your character after 5 dots of hunger.
Yeah, I don't really want to gamble, so I'm just gonna sit here for now. Is it just at the beginning of the session that I can do that, or is it?
You can do that at any time that you need to heal, but you'll automatically heal 2 overnight.
Okay.
Everyone will recover all of their willpower that they spent the night before.
Right.
And then if you do need to heal some extra damage, you can. But for right now, then you're carrying, I believe, at least 2 or 3 points of damage.
3.
3 points of damage.
Yeah.
That Getty had a mean right hook.
Looking at his compatriots, it's like though they're unless some of you have blush of life, is it like just like a harrowed look in their eyes that belies their hunger, any kind of like physical tell of like that primal aggression?
At 3 hunger, it starts to manifest in subtle ways. People snapping at each other, a little irritable, that kind of thing. At 4, people seem obviously distracted by their hunger. And at 5, they're barely holding on.
Okay. Well, I guess when Vanyo says, "Are you guys through?" or whatever, I'll be just like, "That's not what happened." I'll kind of snap back at him and just brush myself off. And
Vanya will definitely giggle at that.
Sort of, and here's what I was going to say. It would be a gentleman's purpose to bring a lady her breakfast in bed. But I'll go see if I can find a custodian.
Looking for some food.
Yep. See if I can bring a lunch pail or 2 back for the party.
Before you take off, my friend, I think... Oh, Robert Jackman. So nice of you to like stream. Maybe we should look for the Lunchables after we go deal with Disable. I mean, we don't want to miss this opportunity. He is right there.
Yeah.
we need to go find Disable. He's too close. We can't let him slip out of our grasp.
My point exactly.
So you're
A sharp point to make. There you go.
Thank you.
carry your hunger, go about your business then? Is that the consensus?
If it comes down to it, I can just
I mean, as we're going through, if there's someone we happen to upon.
Yeah.
I think that's what Arthur's hoping for too.
Yeah.
I think his head is on a swivel and he's looking for something.
Yeah. Yeah.
He might even be like testing a couple of the mannequins. Like, is that a...
It's biting fingers off. Like,
Then, as you rise, come together, realize that you are all hungry, and you start to make your way through the Crystal Palace, I will leave you there and return to Julian White. Now, assume it's the next morning that you've risen at the Ruptured Duck.
Okay.
Haversham can take you the next day to make sure that you arrive, or you can make your way to the Crystal Palace on your own today.
Well, he said that he needed some time to put together the boom boom stuff.
He does need a little
So-
time to put together the boom boom stuff.
So how much time does he need?
When you rise, we'll assume that you also maybe swing through the main room to see who's about. You'll always find Horace and Lenoir about. Haversham's always in and out. There is a message for you. It's a card that isn't from Haversham. It's written in very elegant calligraph script, and it invites you to the British Museum.
Oh.
It is written strangely in that it says things like, we should want to show you ways of times. The sands tell us you are apart. Come to the museum. More can be explained. Yes.
Did anybody see who left this?
A messenger
Wonderful.
brought it, according to the bartender.
Horse?
But it's signed Bay, B-E-Y.
Well, now that's ahead of its time. I love art. In the meantime, I'm famished, and I don't get something to eat. I'm afraid just won't be able to function properly.
Your hunger is more of a concern,
I'm at 3 hunger right now. Yeah.
and you can only feed on some very rich blood.
Right. Yeah. This is why I was not shipped FedEx, because I would be useless. I'd probably end up killing half of them. So I'd like to
FedEx, if you want a sponsor.
Yeah.
If you wish to venture the streets or maybe follow some rumors to some independent caitiff types that aren't part of the Camarilla,
I mean, honestly, I don't really care about that too much. I just, if they knew and hated that place, it'd be easy to go. I don't care who they are, because I'm going to kill them. And then they won't be able to tell anybody.
I mean, you can, of course, do anything you want.
Yeah,
I will remind you this is a Camarilla city, and
Right.
that is a violation of the Masquerade.
Absolutely. Well, it's only a violation if you get caught. And they already know that there's a rogue Lasombra that's not me, because they don't know, running around doing shit. My old buddy, who I know lives through this. And he cold-cocked me by not already learning the thing I wanted to learn from him before I got here, which was rude to him. So...
I know. I mean, you definitely deserved it, and it was...
I
he
mean,
should have just volunteered it.
I didn't sacrifice and kill him last time to be deprived this time, you know? So I'd like to eat, please.
Okay. You're going to have to roll some wits and awareness. We're going to have to get you out on the street. You're going to have to find someone you can feed on.
Yeah. What would you like me to roll, sir?
Well, wits awareness to start. Let's see if we
Okay.
can find you somebody.
Oh, this is not my. I was like, I have 0 and wits. What the fuck? No, it's not my sheet. That's the power sheet. Hold the phone. So we can't roll from the sheets, right?
Maria
y-
Antonin,
That's-
thank you for liking the
Yeah,
stream.
it's not working.
3, 4, 5. So what dice is it, by the way?
Oh, your wits and awareness, whatever
Yeah,
you have.
but like-
they're all D10.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, that's what you meant.
Yeah.
You got 1, 2, 3 successes.
Nice.
Well, it's above
4
it.
because you have one that's a 10, and you have 3 hunger, so you have 3 hunger dice. So 2. Yeah, okay, you're doing good here. It won't be close, but you can find a. How do I want to say? He's a businessman of sorts, but just an office person, no more than an accountant for some industries. He works late. He's alone in his office. You're not sure of his clan. Would it matter?
No. Wait.
Uh,
Is he Ventrue?
Not by his dress, but you can't tell.
Dope.
I mean,
Okay,
he's doesn't look rich enough to be Ventrue.
Cool. Dope. As I pass the street, do I see any? I'm assuming I see some mortals.
A few milling about the street.
I just
But
want to
it-
walk up to somebody and whisper in their ear, "Follow me," quietly.
They do.
And as we walk, I'm going to walk them like kind of past the man, not past the man, but towards an alley where the man is within like range, and I'm going to cut the wrist of the human and lead them into the alley, and I'm going to tell them stay quiet, and then I'm going to use my shadow cloak to blend into like the alleyway into the background, and I'm going to let the human bleed out.
The human blood flowing freely in the alleyway just below this accountant's office. It catches his attention. The window is open. He comes to the door. He's probably above you at this point, but you can hear him coming down the stairs. You hear the subtle but distinct sound that you're familiar with of fangs coming out.
I prepare
soft
my arms
slurpy noise.
around the door frame. I prepare my arms. It's like a spider's web of shadows wriggling right outside the door frame.
He'll have a chance to counter you. He is also Kindred.
Of course. Oh, and I put on my glove.
Oh, with the gangrel tips. This glove does aggravated damage as opposed to your normal superficial. So any hand-to-hand combat is going to be lethal to this other person, this other Kindred.
So I have to do a rouse check first.
Well, no time like the present.
Yay! Did it. Did it.
Let's see if we can find a shadowy alley here. Well, I think maybe that one. So how about this?
That looks vaguely familiar.
Is that behind you?
Yep.
Am I using that same picture?
It's Will that I'm hunting.
Oh, wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry for the using the same picture, but I like it.
They probably didn't even notice until I said something.
You need to roll isn't it a
Wits Oblivion.
Wits Oblivion for that? I thought there was a grapple part of it that you needed to
There's
roll
no
for.
separate grappling. The
There's no
arms use the vampire's Wits Oblivion to attack or grapple.
And it's fended off with his dexterity.
It doesn't. It doesn't say.
I know there's a way to fight off this grapple. It's usually a dex athletics. I'll tell you what, I'm going to roll 5 dice.
Okay.
So whatever you got versus his 5
Slash R. 62.
Ooh, damn, look at you rolling.
What'd he get?
And look at him. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And he's got 6 to 3. Yeah, you're going to take him. Julian, as this proper looking, maybe Ravnos, he's got a bit of that Italian look. He comes down the stairs, his fangs out. He looks both ways down the alley and gets ready to sink his teeth into his human snack that just presented itself. Counts himself lucky for about 1 second until shadowy arms grapple him and throw him to the ground.
I'm gonna just go in.
For every point of healing you take, he's going to take a point of damage.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to reduce him to just barely alive.
Yeah.
But still kicking. You're down to 1 hunger.
Okay.
Are you going to take him the rest of the way?
Yes, I am.
Feels like you're on a game show.
First, I'm going to say to the human, watch me.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
And then I'm going to do it.
compelled, terrified, and bleeding to death, the human watches as you kill another vampire. You could feel his strength, his clan, his knowledge. He's, by the taste, fairly young, inexperienced. There's not much for you to glean from this, but would you like to attempt the diablerie?
Yeah. Sorry, I should have said that more indecisively. Yeah, I think I will.
You will, again, bear the stains of diablerie if you succeed.
You know.
But
in
that's
London
never
in the
bothered you
past.
in the past. It is a series of 3 rolls. Am I correct?
Sure, yeah.
No, we've done this before, though.
Done this before, but you were there too.
Yeah, I know. I haven't looked it up, though, in a while.
There's somebody in chat, Tony, that's asking what is diablerie?
Well, when a vampire kills another vampire, they have a chance to take their essence, their being. They can take the knowledge and power of their generation if they're a generation or more ahead of you. Diablerie means you fight for that other vampire's very soul. Sometimes, when you try to diablerize above your station, too far above your station, the other vampire can inflict themselves on you, and you walk away changed. But in this case, you probably have this one, Julian. having done this before?
So it says there's 2 ways.
I was just about to pull it up.
Extended strength roll against a difficulty of 9. Each success inflicts 1 level of aggravated damage, and Diablerie is complete when all levels are attacked.
That doesn't sound like the one we used.
Or gain discipline dots. Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking still. It's this that was confusing. That was the wiki, by the way.
That was the wiki? Oh, no. Don't use the wiki. Let's go find the book.
I want to suck on a vampire.
You know
Who
what?
doesn't want to suck at a
I
vampire?
think you do, and then it turns out you can't feed it from anything else. I'm
If
spoiled
you wish
for all
to
the
share,
food.
just share sarcophagus with me next time.
You know, it was already taken.
Gotta go back.
I love this little minish when a vampire and a vampire love each other very much.
Very much.
They do something.
Minish, I'm gonna make you pay
love
for that on Monday, you son of a bitch.
I don't see what incorrect thing was stated there. I love this guy for coming out here.
Yep. The birds and the diableries.
I gotta find this here. Just let me. Diablerie.
While you do that and get up to snuff, don't forget every Tuesday on the channel we have Greyhawk Adventures at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Fridays we have Dragonlance, the Chronicles of Dragonlance at 9 p.m. Eastern as well. Should I keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
Because we got more stuff, right? We got more than just that.
Actually, that's it for right now. Besides this show, we've only got 3 shows on the channel.
Yeah, but we got new shows coming out here pretty soon.
Yes, we
Right?
do have
when this when this is over, we're
when
going to
this-
get into the.
When this concludes, we'll be going back to Chapter 3 of Sector 1. This time it's going to be Escape from Sector 1. Yeah,
What happened? What happened to the superhero show?
I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I want to go and finish up Sector 1 first.
Oh God, you got me all excited about playing superheroes.
I find it hard to believe.
I had a good character.
I know we're still going to do superheroes in the future. I just figured it would be better to continue into the. You're supposed to be reading, not talking to me.
I got to do both, right? Because
So, Grace, how's the puppy?
yes, humanity plus their own blood potency versus the victim's resolve plus their blood potency. Every success gives you 5 experience points to immediately spend on increasing your blood potency or on disciplines known by the victim.
So humanity plus blood potency.
Your humanity plus your blood potency versus the
Okay.
victim's resolve plus their blood potency.
2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
How many dice are you rolling?
8.
8 dice. Oh shit. 2 of that. Okay. So it's resolve plus blood potency. That's going to give him 5. 5 versus 8. Oh, lucky.
I'm just
Wow.
glad he's not a Naharaja. Because then they actually would be just eating them alive.
That 6.
Oh, I rolled D6. Damn it.
That's okay.
You gotta get a 6 or higher on a D6.
Yeah.
Good luck, man.
Thanks,
I got-
Grace.
And I did better. Better than I thought.
1, 2.
1, 2, 3.
I
4,
counted
5,
the number of
5.
successes Wes had. I think he's got 6. That's what it was. I didn't mean to point out that he
No,
rolled 2 6s.
I saw what happened, Grace. I'm totally with you. I was counting it at the same time as you were, and then I looked down. And I was like, "Oh fuck, Tony rolled a D6 too." That's unfortunate. So
You got me
I
by.
have to do it again, right?
Yeah, get every success of which you have 2, right? Because he's got you beat me by 2.
Okay, that's good.
So you lose a point of humanity.
Oh.
You still want to do it?
Yeah. he did
No,
this.
not you, Will.
Yeah. Yeah, do you still want to do it?
Uh-oh.
Julian.
We got
goes
another
for it.
100. Thanks, Rex, everything.
Nice.
Do you want to know what the total is up to there, Tony?
I don't even at this point. Now the problem is,
I won't tell you then that it's 3,300.
the kindred that you found, this anonymous caitiff working as an accountant in London, he's the same generation that you have achieved. Now, you can spend some of your experience that you just gathered taking in something of his. He is a Ravnos.
Did my generation go down or up? I don't remember which one it is.
Well, it goes down.
Everybody
And
else
huh?
So I'm 9th. Is everybody 9th? Or
Everybody
10th?
else should be 10th.
Okay.
Or 10th or even 11th.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think I'm 11.
Cool.
But so is this guy.
Damn.
So there's no advancing your generation. But you can pick up something from the Ravnos book. I should maybe make that a little bit clearer. The Ravnos haven't been around in quite a while, almost 30 years.
You get blood technology.
Get another dot in blood technology. Do you
I
have
almost had a vocal outburst.
do you have such a thing as like auspex?
I can see ghosts.
You can see ghosts. Would you like another level of auspex?
Well, it's not Auspex. That's Oblivion that I have,
That's
but I can see
Oblivion.
ghosts through that.
Specs is good. It's a very handy survival discipline.
I'll take whatever. I mean, I'm literally taking whatever he's got. So whatever he's got, I'm fine with it.
He's not going to have oblivion.
No. I don't expect him to have that.
Yeah. So he'll have some of the more common things that you can pick up on, like
Cool.
auspex or celerity, which is the speedy one.
Okay. Cool. How much of it?
You can have 2 dots because you beat him by 2 dots.
Okay. You're setting a precedent. That's fine. By 2 dots. So I can get 2 things of Auspex or 2 things of celerity, I'm assuming.
Yes, let's work it that way.
or one of each.
Or one of each.
Or one of each at a lower level.
Okay, great. Thanks. What happens to the body?
That is up to you. The human, by the way, will eventually just pass out and die.
Great. I'll burn both the bodies. That works out nicely.
Okay. How are you going to burn the bodies?
Does the vampire body is it shriveled up?
Usually, when a vampire or a kindred dies, they tend to manifest their actual age. This one wasn't very, very old, so yeah, you see his body shrink and shrivel a bit, but it doesn't completely turn to dust or anything like that.
Okay. Then instead, I will. He's passed out, so I'm just gonna. I have the jump one.
The jump one.
Yeah. Hold on. I had soaring leap,
Yes.
so I can jump really high.
Yes, you can.
So I'm gonna jump up and put the body on the roof.
The human body or the kindred body?
No. Vampire body.
You do. Then jump up 2 stories, maybe 3. You put it on the roof. You won't be seen from the ground, and when the daylight hits it, it will vanish into ash.
Great. And then I'm gonna go back down, and I'm going to wake up the human.
Oh, the human died.
Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, he bled out.
Oh,
Oh,
I
no.
did cut him. All right.
Yeah, he's been bleeding this whole time.
Oh, no.
You told him to watch you, and he watches you, and he sat
that's
there
fine.
watching you and bled out to death.
Okay. I guess I have to go about my business.
He looks like a suicide.
Well, that's why I cut his wrist.
Yeah, I mean that's to leave him there on the
It's
street.
die so quickly, though. These humans. And I have no hunger now, right?
You have no hunger now.
All right, I'll go help
Yeah.
my friends now.
Wouldn't it be nice?
Empire.
Excellent. So, with you taken care of here, we'll assume that's going to take the first part of your evening there, Julian.
Yeah.
Let's go back and see the kids here in the Crystal Palace. You're wandering around, recently woken up. You're trying to find your way out.
Oh.
You should perhaps prepare yourselves. Coming in the door is Dusable's Getty.
Ooh, where are we?
Well,
Yeah.
if you look at this wonderful map that the internet provided, there's an Egyptian section right over here
Okay.
with both a sarcophagus laying down and I believe one standing upright. There's other display areas, fascinating things from around the world. You can still be in this area or you can move out of it.
I can't shrink it down at all.
You can
I'm
shrink-
assuming that we're still there.
Seriously. Shrink you down.
There I am.
Hello.
Shrink you down.
Hello, Vincent Van Gogh. There's no weapons in like none of like the scalloped axes, kopish, nothing in the Egyptian section. Or if it is, I imagine it'd be probably fragile because it's all like Bronze Age stuff.
Yeah, the Egyptian section is probably not the place you're going to find a working weapon. Vanyo found his big club over in the Norse display.
But we've got what's his Mr. Tricorn over here, who's the problem, yeah?
Yeah.
That's him. And, Lilith, put your token out there so I can shrink it down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hmm?
Well,
Uh,
here.
Mr. Elephant.
Ty Richardson's, thank you for
Crushing
following. We appreciate it.
Crushing my own head. Crushing my own.
Right. Well.
Get your hair.
Because I'm seeing the elephant display. Is it like a full texture? I mean, elephant? Because is the thing actually like ivory?
Oh, I'm sure they would have took the real ivory.
Yeah,
out
the
of that
ivory,
thing.
the real ivory is gone. But that's
Okay.
probably a wooden painted tusk.
Yeah, I was like probably like wood or bakelite or
Right.
something. Okay.
What you're finding is a lot of the shit in here is completely fake. Those scarabs that you grabbed were glass. They
You know, I'm just gonna just crush those in frustration. That can go in someone's eyes. But wooden tusk is good. I can use that.
you can.
So
It's sharp at one end.
yeah, Ugachunka is just gonna rip that out of the poor taxidermied elephant's face.
I don't mean to alarm you, my friends, but there's some guy come walking in dressed not from this time period. Looks quite undead.
With the tricorner hat and the red coat of the Revolutionary War soldier, the War of American Aggression. Here he comes. He's carrying a sword, and he's lumbering through the room. Initiative in this game is normally your composure plus your awareness.
Composure. Okay.
I don't have things alphabetical.
Yeah, it's really confusing.
That's fine.
Ah, there it is.
Okay. There you go.
Okay. Hold on one
So-
sec.
Is the target number still 7?
6 or better to win.
Oh, 6 or better.
Yeah, to to pass. So you and 10 counts as 2. So 2, 3, 4. You've got a 5.
Oh, Will, you roll.
I got it. Got 2.
You roll.
You rolled
You
a
rolled-
d6.
Oh, I did
Roll
roll
D10.
D6s. Let's try
See
that
how
again.
easy that is to do?
It's
Yeah,
totally
yeah.
easy.
That's not correct.
I still got 2.
Don't ask.
Actually, let's see. That's so the first box is my hunger die. I lump those together. That's a
No, just roll the number of dice that you would have.
okay.
Just roll whatever d10. And the however hungry you are, just the first numbers are your hunger die.
Oh, I'm
This-
supposed to add the hunger dice to that? I'm
No,
sorry.
no, you don't add them. They substitute for your dice. So, like,
Ah,
Will, how
gotcha.
hungry are you? You're at
2.
3
Right?
hunger?
2.
Oh, 2.
You're at 2 hunger. So your 9 and your 5 are your hunger dice.
Got it.
Yeah. So on the thing, the 4, 3, and the 8 are my hunger dice. The 1 and the 7 are my normal dice.
Where do you see that? I don't see your numbers.
Roll if you scroll just right above Will's.
Oh, 4 plus 3 plus 8
Yeah.
plus 1
Those
plus
are my
7.
hunger, and then the 1 and the 7 are my normal.
You make this so hard on me.
I tried to make it easier. It's I think I fucked that macro because
Lilith is going first. The Getty is going
Yeah.
second. Then
Ow.
Banyo can take his turn, and Arthur, you're pulling up the rear.
That's fine with me.
So, Lilith, you'll notice the Getty coming in, probably because you are the one who is
Yeah.
most aware that it's around.
Right.
It's
Right.
hunting you.
Did you tell? I know Vanya was clueless about it, but did you tell?
I don't
Arthur?
recall her saying anything.
I don't either, but
I mean, when we were walking to here, if anyone asked, I would have told. Well, no.
well, nobody
So, like,
asked.
Where did the big cut come from across?
I mean, I would assume Arthur would have asked. He knows nothing happened. He knows I called him. But if he doesn't ask, then don't ask, don't tell, I suppose. And now
Well-
is the time I'm going to tell them.
Surprise, everybody! There is a
Yeah.
Revolutionary War zombie with a sword coming in the door.
So,
What are you gonna do? You've got the action.
Right.
Lilith?
So, does it take an action to pull out my baton at all?
That comes out in one flick of the wrist.
Okay. Yeah. So I'd like to get it out and then potentially run toward something to block its way, just to slow it down and maybe make it so it can't actually get to us.
Like that big ass desk in the next room.
Like
I don't know
this-
Yeah. Yeah. I'd like go in there and grab it and run it back if possible.
You could run to the desk and pull it between you, so that kind of blocks the doorway.
Yeah.
You can do that in the time that you have. The Getty is going to take a swipe at you if you do.
Good do.
Or I should say, when you do.
Yeah.
Oh, is she here? Here.
It didn't matter. I think they're all-
So he is going to roll his strength plus his melee.
Right. And I get a chance to dodge, right?
You do.
Or no? Okay.
You can have a chance to dodge, but you're making the action towards the table first. He's going to take a shot.
Yeah. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oof. He's got a lot of dice to roll here. Oh, thank God, most of them are bad.
Yeah.
He has a 3, so if you can
Oh,
dodge,
that's okay.
you can-
She was worse.
But I can use willpower, can't
you
I?
can re-roll with willpower. Yes, you can.
Up to how many?
Up to 3.
Okay.
And how hungry are you?
I have 3 dots of hunger.
Yes, if you had not re-rolled that, that would have been a critical failure on your part because you failed all of your hunger dice and the roll. But with 10 giving you 2 plus 6, 3, 4, you're going to be able to dodge his swipe.
Okay.
The sword will come crashing down on top of the desk. Clang! And you can back away.
Yeah.
He's going to start climbing up and over. Actions on Vanyo.
Holy crap! Vanya will step forward and he's going to swing this great big beautiful club that he got.
That is a strength melee.
Strength melee. Let's see. Okay, so there's melee. Oh man. Okay. Yeah, he's not really built for this.
Now, I should mention this to you all as well. If you feel like you don't have enough dice when we get around to rolling here, you can rouse your blood for the for extra dice. On your character sheet, where it
yeah, I'm not rousing shit right now, but continue.
no, on your character sheet, when you go to blood and XP, your blood has a potency. Whatever blood potency you are at is how many extra dice you can add to any roll for anything as long as you give it a rouse check first.
Okay, got it. Actually, Vanyo is not going to go up after him. He's going to... Arthur's coming back into the room with a big old wooden tusk, correct?
Yeah,
Yep.
he just
Okay.
ripped it off.
Just going full Tuscan Raiders. Yeah.
Vanyo's just going to kind of like take a couple of steps back and let these guys be between him and the Getty.
Would that be it?
Fair enough.
You are such an intellectual Bruja.
I don't know what to tell
Walking
you.
away from the fight in deference to let the gang roll do his thing.
Yes, exactly. I know when to allow somebody to do what they're good at. See?
Yes.
It's called management.
Yeah.
The hobo must murder. Yes.
The Getty is making its way over the top of the table then, Arthur, as you finally snap the tusk off of the elephant. Lilith has already pulled the table in the way. It took a clanging swipe at her. Vanyo is just like, hey, man, I'm Georgian, man. So what would you like to do? Are you swinging on this thing?
I'm going to first do a rouse to activate prowess.
Nice. There we go.
Don't roll 20. Don't that you're gonna fuck me. Okay, I'm a hungry boy.
That's how I feel. That's exactly it.
That's out of curiosity. That's another one on the rouse. This is why last season I rolled physical dice.
You want to do that again? I will trust you.
Okay. Yeah, and I will.
I'll give you the option.
After my rouses being one, that might be a good choice. But also, it's part of the fun.
I
of
give you guys
Schadenfreude theater.
I give you guys all that option because we're not showing the dice rolls. We're just calling them out. So
Now, the just because this is because of the conflict of V20 versus this still. If I rouse and fail, it's the power, the power still goes off. I just get hungry.
you're just getting hungrier, yeah, but you still get
Okay.
the power.
Cool. That's I now add my potence to my melee attack. That's going.
Yeah, and you're angry about it.
All right, that's strength melee plus prowess.
Ignore that. Ignore that.
It's how dare you? It's a nice mosaic though. It's a lot of green. It's good.
Major successes. I figured it out. I figured solving all our problems. Don't mind me.
Excellent. Hey, listen. That's why you're part of this little coterie, Julian. All right. It's gonna be strength melee. That's a fuckload of dice. Damage from the show.
Nice.
Fudge. That's
What the fuck's wrong with you, man?
That's 8d10. Okay. Difficulties 6 standard, yeah.
Actually, you're going to go against his dex athletics.
Okay, so clench. Oh, that's a lot of wands. But
hungry
that's
are
10
you?
too. 4.
So the 2, 1, 3, 1 are all your hunger dice. So that's a hunger failure right there. You've got 3 successes, but you might still lose the roll. Oh. With the help of your beast, your inner animal, your hunger, you're gonna get a shot in on this guy. That big ass tusk will slice right across the front of him. It'll push him back. He'll fall against the table. He'll drop his sword, and he'll take 1 point of damage.
Yeah.
It's back to Grace's turn, Lilith. You're muted.
Yeah. Where did the sword fall?
Right next to him.
Okay. Wouldn't have fallen. I mean, okay.
If you imagine the Getty being right in front of the table, he fell back against the table and dropped the sword straight down.
Can I use Blink to go get the sword?
Oh yeah, in a blink of an eye.
Yeah.
And
You have to rouse for blink.
really
Don't
quick,
think so. Sure.
really quick, Tonix. I forgot. I scroll sideways because it's a lot of text in a very little tiny window. Half
You
of
can
my
break that, by the way.
yeah. This half of my potence rating rounded up is added to my melee damage. I think so. With
You're
3,
3.
I think that's 2.
I will. I'll round it up.
It says rounded up to the melee damage in the
I thought
text.
that was included in the dice that you rolled, though.
No, that was to just to hit for the damage. It adds the half the potence rounded up to the melee damage.
You got it. Then he's weak, but he's still alive. He's unarmed, and Lilith is moving like a blur to grab the sword.
Yes, and I do have to rouse check for that.
He's got the baton in one hand.
Yeah.
And by the way, I should tell you, if we're adding these weapons, we should add an extra die for the weapon damage.
Okay. Yeah, I am going to rouse and try to use Blink.
How hungry are you? You're 3?
Yeah.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
You passed. Look at that.
Yes.
It's possible.
Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna use Blink and go and grab his sword.
You have it.
Yeah.
But then you're also kind of grabbing it and you're crouched right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
That's Blink doesn't take
can-
your whole action. So
Oh, sorry. I was like, yeah. Can I hit him with the sword in the
you
same?
could swing at it.
Yeah.
So
Wait, because you said he was flopped over the desk, right?
he fell
he's
back into it.
now.
But he's standing upright.
Oh, he is.
He's standing upright still. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like I said, he just fell back against the desk, but didn't fall over. He just
Okay,
dropped
good.
his sword when he hit it.
Okay.
I was thinking, proceed.
Yeah.
If you're going to
Alright,
swing
so-
the sword, you're swinging strength and melee.
Strength and melee. All right. It's 2. Melee is another 2. Probably not gonna hit him. You never know. So that's 2 successes.
That's all you have for strength and melee is 4 dice.
Well, I'm not using. I guess I did add another for a weapon, but yes, I do only have 4 dice in there.
Okay, add one more. Roll another d10.
So
Okay, there you go.
that's- Yeah.
So that gives you 3.
Yeah.
And he's got a 3. You'll swing the sword at him, but it's in your offhand. He manages to duck out of the way a little bit and stumble just a little bit further away from you.
Okay.
He's going to turn and just try to grab you, Lilith. So this is a straight up strength brawl, but he's very strong.
Okay.
Now, you can avoid this with a dexterity plus your athletics.
Yeah, they're the same.
Well, add them together and whatever else.
No, sorry. Yeah, it's the same. Sorry. Never mind. I got it. Yeah. I'm trying to avoid it with my dex athletics.
Right. And I'm rolling big dice. 1, 2,
Yeah, you are.
4, 5 successes to
Yeah,
1.
and even if I used any willpower, it would be useless. So
He's got you. He's got you by the throat. And he's strangling.
fun.
Vanyo,
Yeah.
any thoughts at this point?
Arthur, what are you doing, man? Go kill that thing.
Lilith is being strangled by the Getty that she just took a shot at.
Well, if the Getty is preoccupied by the strangling, I'll go up in the try and I'll hit it. So let's see here.
It is your turn.
So that's yeah. Here's a grand whopping. Where's it at?
Even you, Vanyo.
And add an extra die for that big ass club you've got.
Where's melee?
It's right in that first column. About
Yeah,
halfway down. Under firearms.
In the skills. section.
Skills.
Yeah.
Beneath health and willpower.
Oh, there it is. Big as day. Okay. All right. Yep. Here it comes. Look out.
Yep.
Yeah, I got
Hey.
I got a 10.
Did you add one for the
No,
the club?
I did not. Hold on a
Add
second.
another one for. How do you only have 3 dice in?
Hey, man. I don't know what to tell you. You oversaw me making them.
That's amazing. But that is a 3. So 7 plus 2 for the 10. You've at least got a 3, and he's a little bit distracted. His dex athletics is only 4 dice.
Get him on the dome.
And you only got 2 successes out of him, so you got 1.
Nice.
Vanya,
I hit him in the head.
you hit him in the head. He'll at least
Great
stop
success.
strangling
Right.
Lilith.
Okay.
But he's still alive. And he's turning it towards you now. But it's Arthur's turn.
All right. Arthur's gonna drop and rotate the tusk into a more of like a spearing apparatus.
Yeah. It is pointed.
And I'm gonna see if I can't guide the pointy bit up through his diaphragm and just replace the center mass with really bad taxidermy. So we're doing the 8d10s again.
The 8d10s again. And he's only got the 4 to defend with.
Yeah. Well, but watch, it's gonna be like, it's the first 4 numbers are gonna be 1s.
No.
Yeah, that's
there you go.
that's
That's a
way
really good
better.
roll.
Oh, that is
Yeah.
all but 1 is success.
That is an 8 right there.
That's
That is
insane.
a
Yeah.
monster.
That's
Yeah.
it's 1, 2.
And against his 1. Arthur. Oh my God. It's going to happen. You find the right angle. You find the point of the tusk. And you just right over Grace Lilith's shoulder, shove it right through the middle of the Getty. He's going to fall dead. Right there.
Well, all right, we did it.
Oh God.
We didn't get him out of there.
Does the Getty disintegrate, or is this one a little fresher?
No, this one, it's a ghoul zombie type thing. It's not an actual vampire. It's not an actual mummy. It's just something that's been brought back to life, reanimated unnaturally. It just has a big hole in it, and it stops moving.
Arthur's gonna take the hat.
You
and
can take
he's just gotta try cord now. I'm just gonna grab the corpse, throw it in the sarcophagus, slam the sarcophagus shut. Well, I'm a little bit peckish after that. Before we were so rudely interrupted, we were looking for a certain fuck knuckle, yes?
I don't know what
Yeah,
you're
you can
trying
put
to
it that
say. Let's go kill Disable. You look like you could
This-
do it, no problem.
That is precisely what I'm saying.
Okay.
Lilith, you want to hold on to that sword, or would you like to pass it off to someone else?
I mean, does it look useful? Like, I mean,
It
or is
is-
it rusted?
To Arthur, it does.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
It is, from the time that you come from, an antique.
Okay. Yeah. So I'd give it. I mean, I've got my baton. I don't really do sharp edges well, so give it over to Arthur.
I'm guessing it's probably my presumption is probably like either infantry or heavy cavalry, Napoleonic, to
Revolutionary War British.
okay, so dragoon.
Hessian,
like-
let's say.
Okay,
He more mercenary, but you know. So it's decorative and ceremonial, probably a gift. He was buried with it.
if it survives, I can sell it.
It isn't, you know, it's in fairly good shape, having been buried for, 60, 70 years or whatever it was.
Make sure no rust falls into the creases.
So you'll at least get rid of that body, throw it in the sarcophagus.
Yeah.
Are you sort of cleaning up the mess, pushing the table back into position, that kind of
Sure.
stuff?
Yeah, we're not going to worry about putting the tusk back, though. I think
tusk is
we're going to
permanently
put the
gone
table
off the
back
table.
where it belonged in that room, but the tusk is going to stay.
Or
out.
Arthur puts it back, but it won't go back in the right way, so he shoves it in backwards.
there you
so
go.
there's broken wood coming out of the elephant's face. Yeah, seems appropriate. Too
Somebody
intelligent.
give me,
Yeah.
Either Vanyo, Arthur, or Lilith, give me a wits awareness roll.
One of us?
One of you or all of you, or we'll see who does best. We'll see who notices first, if at all.
Does the lore, like some of the lore path stuff from the last chapter, still apply?
Yeah, what were you thinking of specifically?
Gonna roll physical dice.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. For
Oh,
the
wow.
awareness to sense the wits
Danger.
awareness to sense coterie mates and danger.
Yes, you do. You've experienced that before, and you don't experience it if they're in your presence.
Okay.
So if she's standing right next to you and she's in danger, you're only as
yeah.
aware as she is.
Right.
But
it
if
is
Julian were in danger, you'd know.
that's why I was asking.
Yes.
Because he's the one that's not here. I'm just.
He's checking in on
where's-
Julian.
And always the one you need to worry about.
I got-
listen.
I got one
How did you do?
success on the hunger die and one success on my other die. I only got 2 successes.
2 successes. And Lilith's got 3, and
Well, I'm glad that's equitable. 2 successes.
okay. Well, with that, I'll leave you guys at the Crystal Palace for a little bit and kind of catch up with Julian. Just a note before I leave you at the Crystal Palace, somebody smells some smoke. Anyway,
Oh no,
Julian.
the place is burning down.
Julian, you have betrayed the Masquerade, killed a Kindred in an unfamiliar land, but you've taken care of your own big issues, especially with your hunger.
Yes, and now I can sense the unseen, and I have premonition. Just to let you know,
Nice.
those are the two things I do.
Sense the unseen and premonition. Those are good ones to pick up. You are you making your way back to the ruptured duck? What would you like to do? You
I'd
have
like
an
to-
invitation.
Yeah, I'd like to go there to the museum.
The British Museum is well, we think of it as a reputable place. We think of it as an honorable establishment showcasing the treasures of the world, but in reality, these are looted artifacts of cultures betrayed by the colonialism of England. In every room, you'll find trinkets that in other centuries would be offensive to the senses. Everything reminds you of British colonialism and their expansive, sun never sets on the British Empire kind of mentality. The museum itself is beautiful. The Doric columns, the Greek architecture. Inside is everything you could imagine. The loot of the world. It's like looking at the end of Citizen Kane. Just boxes and statues and things taken from every corner of the globe. Bay, you assume, is Halem Bay. Halem Bay is a name that has popped up. You haven't met him. People have talked about him. He's a well-known Setite, a true Sabbat here in London. He seems to be the head of the Egyptian collection, which makes sense for him. If you come into the Egyptian room, you'll see real scarabs and jewels, artifacts. And you will see a strange, Weasley-looking man, Halem Bay.
Oh, that's small.
Yeah.
Oh, that's big now.
Too big?
Put a little more towards the down and to the left.
Down and to the left. How's that?
Perfect.
Welcome to the museums. We have been expecting you. Yes. Welcome.
You have me at somewhat of a disadvantage, which is something that I do not care for. Speak plainly.
Halem Bay. I am charge of the antiquities here. But I know you, and I don't know you. See, the sands tell me you are out of time.
Okay. What else?
I know the sands. We have experimented with them before.
Again, who is we?
We are we.
Oh,
We's. But time's what you need to understand. Do you know? Do you know what time is?
A construct, a social construct? I don't know. You tell me.
Time is purpose driven. We play with times, but it must be contested. You are here from some time else, yes. Yes, you are. You come here for purpose, yes. Yes, you do. Purpose can change times. But you must fight for it to work.
I'm fighting to understand whether or not you're telling me something new or wasting my time.
Angry one. We, Sabat, need to stick together, no? Yes.
Oh, yes, we do, don't we? We do, Asabat. Absolutely.
La Sombra.
Yes,
I
that's.
recognize you.
I left my Sabat card at home, but yes, I recognize you as well.
Yes. So what is your time purpose?
Honestly, I just want to lay in my own bed again. I don't even need to sleep. I want to do my radio show. I think I followed people because I had just got finished saying that we should stick together, which I now instantly regret. My past self thought it was a good idea. Present me, not so much. I also think I'm supposed to kill some guy who's trying to unravel all of this shit.
Ah, conflicts of the time sense.
Sure.
That is it. You must kill a man
Yes.
to prevent time's change.
Which I'm totally fine with.
Know this. Time, it does not care about direction or causality. Only the conflicts.
Oh.
Who wins the conflicts?
So you're saying that I can do whatever the fuck I want right now, and as long as I win, it won't matter?
Everything in purpose, the purpose of your visit, must be contested. It seems I have it wrong. You are to do the contesting. You're not the one trying to change the time sense. You're trying to keep the time sense.
I guess. Though, I can't help but wonder whether or not it's, it's changed so bad.
Oh, change is wonderful, yes. You can change your purpose. But if your other succeeds, times can change.
Whew. Well, do you know where that other is? Since you knew where I was enough to leave me a note?
I think I might be able to help you.
Oh, great.
We will help you.
As one of the Sabat.
Yes.
Yes.
And from the other room comes another Halem Bay.
Oh.
No.
That's
Falsa
fine.
Doom, fuck off. No. Mm-mm. I've watched the original Conan enough. No, this is a terrible thing. Run.
The second bay is exactly like the first in a weird sort of way.
They talks the same and they talks to each others. They talk about the times.
Excuse me, am I interrupting something here?
They talk about you.
I'm listening.
We know where to go. Come, you shall see. The two of them want
An
to lead
anonymous cheer for 1,500.
you. God damn
What
it.
the?
Let me
Wait.
mark that down.
Where were you
Wow.
when we were playing the Savage World stuff? Huh? Where were you when we needed these?
You set a challenge into the universe, Tony. That's what you did. Don't you understand what
Give
you
us,
did?
I did. I completely by accident. It just
give
happened
us your
that way.
bits, yes?
Yeah, he'll follow them, and
Thank you
Yeah,
very
he
much,
has-
Anonymous.
got nothing. He'll follow them.
The two Halem Bays will be joined by a third,
Oh, yeah.
and they will kind of surround you and walk you to the front door of the British Museum. The steps kind of overlook the city to the south. You could see the river from where you are. And one of the bays, there, see, there's where you need to go.
It's the Crystal Palace.
Miles in the distance, due south, there's a glow on the horizon. It looks like the Crystal Palace on fire.
Oh. Well,
And with that, I will take you back to the other three. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a small issue here.
Not really. I mean, the door's right there.
The door is ablaze,
Oh, no.
and you each are going to have to roll a Roth's check for me.
Oh my
It's a
god.
Frenzy check, like a rouse. But if you fail, you succumb to one of your clan banes.
No, well, I get hairy and stinky if I fail. So,
So
So
just
wait, is it
real life. Okay.
rouse or frenzy? Does
A
does it say-
frenzy check, it's basically the same thing. You can roll it from the bottom of your sheet. It's just going to roll you one die. Pass or fail. Win or
Let's see
lose.
if causality is
Has
nicer.
an
in physical.
input value of willpower?
Oh,
What does it say?
yeah, I should. What is this happening here?
That's significantly better.
No, it won't do it. Okay.
10, 6 for 1.
What are you rolling?
Where are we at here?
So frenzy dies are equal to...
Hang on, let's take it. Roth's.
Rochfrick.
Frenzy.
Where is it in the book?
Did I get my willpower back when I rested? Is that a
You
thing?
did.
Yeah,
Everybody
you
gets
do.
all their willpower back.
Okay. So it's just a willpower roll, essentially, is what frenzy is?
Yeah, let me hunger frenzy. There's frenzy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. To resist frenzy, the vampire rolls willpower against the difficulty set by the storyteller based on the level of provocation.
Oh, I
Um,
see.
That's what I was saying.
That's
So
the
fire
additional
is
dice.
probably going to. Let me see here. So, is going to be at least a difficulty of 4. Inside a burning building, yeah.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So that's on.
It's also asking for humanity.
Shouldn't have to roll
Rex,
you.
thank you for the bits. There's another 100.
But just the willpower versus a 4.
All right. So
Just roll
10, 6, 4, 1, 5.
4 successes.
That'll work. You can maintain your composure while the building goes up in flames around you.
Okay.
Okay, hold on.
It's not that the glass and steel is on fire, obviously, but everything inside of here is made of hay and wood, and it is extremely dry, fragile, and flammable.
So I got 5.
You
Nice.
managed to maintain your composure, Bruja.
The Brujas for the win.
The Brujas for the win. And how did the gang roll work out?
Let's see. Willpower. That's a 10, a 6, a 4, a 1, and a 5. Rolling on my physical
10.
dice.
A 6.
So 2, 3, 4.
I got you at a 3
On
on a difficulty of 4.
Yeah, so that'd be 4 successes minus 1 from the 1 because that. So yeah, 3 successes.
You know what happens.
Uh-oh.
You manifest your physical features differently. You change your form. You
Right. I have seen the Jekyll and Hyde musical way too many times. I know exactly what happens. Nice night for a walk. I'm hairy. I'm stinky. I'm cantankerous. I've seen this play. I'm ready to live it.
okay? So you're even though you are in your more gangrel form and you are definitely on edge, you are still composed enough to be in control of yourself.
Yeah. So
You're in a-
Arthur's hair definitely sprouts very much like a lion's mane, like sideburns all the way down. Hairy knuckles from elongated claws all the way up his arms. His poor suit is probably bursting at the seams.
that really nice brand new Victorian garb.
Yeah,
Yes.
and
Split.
incisors, top and bottom jaw are just overlapping. He is down.
The collar was too tight anyway.
This is great! Quick! While you're all kinds of rah, let's go down there and see if we can kill Disable.
You're in a blazing building.
We're going to run out the front door. It's okay.
The front door is blocked by fire.
He's going to run through it.
You
Well,
realize
first-
I'm extremely flammable now, yes?
Is there a window actually right over here in the Egyptian exhibit? I would assume. See how the whole place is made of glass?
Did I not bring you to the other page here? It looks like this, right?
I just see a big old pictures of the glass palace burning, Crystal Palace.
Yeah, that's what it looks
Yeah.
like. that's what you're in the middle of.
It just like that quick?
I tried to tell you everything was on fire. Everything inside was flammable. That and there were also
Well, that's okay. The wall's still just made of glass, right?
they are, but
Yeah.
you're surrounded by fire.
I just point towards one of the glasses and go, run through there.
How?
I'll let
How
Vanya go
high-
do it.
No. Question: how high is the conflagration?
The fire itself is it's got plenty of room. The ceilings in this place are 200 feet high, so the fire is licking up the sides of the glass, going up at least 40 feet.
I was thinking if it's fire, it could be just bye, and just throw my friends over. But that I don't think that'll work.
It's a bit high, and it's spreading quickly, and it's engulfing this whole place. Eventually, it will melt the steel and collapse the girders.
Vanya's going to go over, get as close as he can to the wall, and then he's going to chuck the big old mace at the glass so it shatters and then
Okay.
it goes out. With the hole there, then he's going to back up a little bit, then just run and dive out.
Is everybody going to follow his lead? Because when he goes and chucks that mace through the glass and changes the air pressure, all of the fire wants to move towards that exit.
I've seen Backdraft. I don't want to look at it.
So, watching him throw the club through the glass, you know there's a fireball coming up behind you.
Is there anything above us as far as like, support beam or anything?
If you can get more than 40 feet up there, you might be able to find something. But flames are going straight up and now straight out.
All right, what about down, guys? I mean, that's my only option. I would, if I see Vanyo get the club out, I'd say smash the floor.
I'm already doing what I was doing. I already went through the glass.
He threw the glass.
Is?
Yeah, I did that, and then I'm going to run.
Oh.
So this is what I'm saying. There's a fireball.
Yes, following. I'm using blink, though. No, I'm not. It's a browse check, and I'm already at 4. Whatever.
Just run. I will knuckle drag behind you. It is totally fine.
All 3 of you can run for the exit. With your natural running, you will each take 1 point of damage from fire. You'll find yourselves out on the grounds, looking back at the fire, engulfing. You'll hear the bells and sirens coming from the city. There's a fire brigade, but it's miles away, and it's taking a while to get here.
Vanya will go and he'll pick up that club and he'll, come. We must be quickly in this. Let's go to the underground train station and find this disable. He'll pull out his phone first and he'll look at it. Does that blip come back up?
No, the blip does not come back up. That only means he's not within 100 yards.
You're right, but it's not as good as it was when it was there.
So was there an entrance? I guess I wouldn't know. I was going to ask if there was an entrance to the station from the Crystal Palace, but I don't know.
No, it was outside of the Crystal Palace. It wasn't inside of the
Yeah,
the
it was still under construction.
And it was still under construction.
Right. I mean, I went down over there, but I didn't know if there was another entrance.
As we reach the midpoint of the game, we're going to take a short break. But before I do, the 3 of you standing outside of the burning Crystal Palace are going to be surrounded by the sheriff in the south and many of his men. We'll take a break there because the coterie's probably in a little bit of trouble. But we'll find out when we come back.
I don't know what Julian did. He should be fine. I'm okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
Coterie gets in trouble. Julian, what did you do?
What?
It's always you, Julian, even from miles away.
No, what he's saying is... Never mind.
Just
Well,
blame Julian.
I guess I got some other shit to do. I want to go try the food, the more cuisine.
Right?
Because why not?
So let's take a couple minutes. I need to get another water. And
Cool.
do whatever. You guys stretch your legs. And
All right,
come back.
everybody. Go ahead, get your snackages, beverages, and all those other idjages, and we will be right back. Don't go anywhere, and we'll find out what Grace messed up. Because obviously it was her. Be right back.
Now it's me.
we're back.
Did you run the opening again when we came back?
Totally.
You didn't, did you?
No,
God damn.
I didn't. No.
I like coming back with the opening again because it gives you a feel like we're starting the game,
Okay,
fresh.
we're going to do the video again. Here it is.
God damn it.
Hello, mates.
Oh, really?
20 seconds of your life.
Welcome to
You know they
London.
can hear you talking.
Why not? They've already seen it.
So then why are we doing it again?
I like it.
Lives.
I think
okay,
this,
so it's
this
just
is
for
even
you.
better.
It's just for you. I got it. All right, there it is.
Let's.
Okay, now we're back.
Time is money. Time is shillings. And now,
Wanted to maybe add a scream at the end of that one too. Run for your lives. Ah!
Welcome back, everybody. We're here. We're live again.
When last we left our coterie, Julian was standing on the steps of the British Museum looking at a glow in the distance that looked like the Crystal Palace being engulfed in flames. Bells from the local constabulary and fire department started ringing. Meanwhile, south of London, in the hills there in front of the Crystal Palace, our coterie managed to escape the fire. Our gangrel friend looking a bit more ragged than he usually does, but still alive anyway. You were encountered by General Sir Arthur Halesworth and all of his men. He informally placed you under arrest and beckoned you to join him.
Oh,
He has a place nearby.
we were going to come and find you. How very convenient that. Oh my goodness. How convenient for you to find us instead.
At St. Alphege Cemetery, Arthur Halesworth and his hounds used that as a staging base south of the river. Halesworth is a little upset with you for burning down the Crystal Palace.
Oh man, he's so mad at you, Lilith. It's crazy.
Are you kidding me?
I think explain yourselves before I have your heads.
are we all together, or are we questioned separately?
The three of you are all together. He hasn't restrained you. He hasn't put you in manacles. He hasn't put you in cages. Again, it's kind of an informal, very proper. He's gangrel, you can tell by the way he looks and his facial features, but his manner, very proper, very almost ventral.
Tell me about the proper gangrel facial features.
Your features, by the way, Arthur, they won't come back today. Might
Yeah,
have to
it's 24 hours of me looking looking like the Wolf Reject. I'm fine with that. Circuit.
And Halesworth defers much of his speech to you, Arthur, because of being the gangrel.
Well, Sheriff, go ahead and tell the sheriff what we're doing.
Where
I
are
have a
you?
question.
We
Sorry.
No,
I'll defer to my
No,
coterie
sorry,
will
out
speak
of
first.
character.
Okay. Well, out of character, even more important. Ask.
Yeah. So I've got entrancement and says the vampire focuses their unnatural or on a single person. Is that mortals only?
entrancement with mortals is automatic. If you try to entrance a kindred, they get to challenge it. They can fight it off with their composure.
Greater chance of defense. Oh.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
You
you guys
still
go
have
ahead
a
and
chance to
continue.
succeed, but again, it's just harder against your own kind.
Would that be obvious? I mean, like, would the posse that's with the sheriff know that something's up? I would assume yes. No?
If she succeeded, no.
Oh, okay.
If
good.
she failed, oh yes.
Well,
she'd
yeah,
probably
okay.
forget.
All right, cool. All right, good to know.
Because if she succeeded, it would at least convince Halesworth, and they will follow his lead. But if you don't, he doesn't go along with it, and then everyone that you tried to pull a fast one.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to
Put a
find
pin in that. No, it's you can put a pin
Yeah.
in it in case when a good 70% I fuck up.
So, visitors south of the river, burning down the Crystal Palace. A treasure, by the way. A British treasure. A Kindred treasure. My treasure. Explain yourself.
Do you prefer Sir Halesworth or General?
Whatever you can make work. Fire has a tendency to bring out our worst qualities, don't you think?
So, General, the fire was not us.
Indeed. Well-
Indeed.
Who do I seek to blame then?
The newcomer to town that prefaced our arrival by the name of Dusable.
It's the second time I've heard that name in the past 24 hours. There is something to it then.
Yes, well, we hail from somewhere adjacent to New England. There is a... Dare I forgive the pun?
Chicago.
Dare I forgive the pun, but we are kindred. You and I,
did,
in more ways than one.
Did the woman say that you were here as sheriff?
No,
And,
that would have been me. I'm no woman. A
Oh.
Georgian.
And
what? What?
so, you're Maxwell's sheriff? I hadn't heard of a change in his regiment.
The previous sheriff departed in a more shameful display. We're seeking a more smooth exchange. You understand.
You've been here but a short time, and you've already destroyed one of the city's great monuments.
We destroyed nothing. Just the man we pursue. A lambent sin of the new world we pursue.
Well, I know a great many who wish to equivocate their role in such things, so let me speak it plainly. If you hadn't been in the Crystal Palace, would it still be standing today?
Ah.
I think he's got
Yes.
you there, Sheriff.
That's wonderful.
We came here in search of Dusable.
Actually, I was looking for the general myself, but then, it got late, needed some place to lay down and rest, so... But, I'm sorry, I'm stepping on toes again there, Sheriff.
My compatriots are cutting to the quick, as
You
it
seem-
were.
Are you some kind of questriari, coterie? What purpose do you have with this Dusable?
To bring him to heel and bring him to justice back in Prince Maxwell's territory.
Don't forget
Of
to talk
course.
about the Methuselah guy that he's trying to free.
Of course.
What did the
This-
Russian mean by Methuselah?
Dusable is something of a zealot. He is beholden and subscribed to a distasteful part of kindred belief and seeks the blood of your regent For purposes that may or may not be factual or entirely.
Do you speak of Mithras?
I don't know, man. I think
Valerian.
it's pretty true. I mean, we came through time here to do this thing, so it's got to be pretty true.
I think you're all giving me a headache. Gangrel, what is your
Yes. You may call me Valand.
name? Valand?
Since we share a first name, Valand fits.
Oh, Frenchman again. You seem hungry. Is that why you're having issues?
I think the issues came from the fire, but yes, that is an extension of it.
Do you need to feed?
After business is accorded, I can contain myself until then.
I'll make sure to have something available. And he snaps and asks for a couple of his men to bring something that you could feed on.
Bon mon ami, we can be friends, I am sure. Thank you.
This Dusable seems like a threat.
He is.
I will help you if I can, but you must not destroy my city.
I assure you, as an appreciator of history.
I don't think you know.
Monsieur, if you believe my Georgian compatriot,
Well, you got it right.
you say it enough.
Well, everybody keeps getting it wrong, man.
And just repetition. But if you're to believe my Georgian compatriot that we are, in fact, through and out of time, there is a period where art and history is put in question, and I am a champion of it. I have protected it. I have always protected history.
Now,
Do you guys have nightmares? Like, is your slumber, is it been disturbed as of late?
it has not. Why do you ask?
Well, that's good. Well, because in Chicago, there's the Kindred there were having much trouble sleeping because of this disabled character and his wooga wooga, his magics.
You say there's nightmares. That is
Yes.
usually a telling sign that there is a Methuselah present.
Well, there you
Kindred.
go.
Start to share dreams, visions. Some of them go mad.
So we'll still have time. Obviously, he's not been able to free this Methuselah. I guess we would know if he had, right?
Interesting. What can I do? What is Dusable going to do? What are you here to stop?
We're here to stop Disable
From doing what?
upending Kindred society as we know it.
No, speak plainly, son.
He's going to be
I-
getting the blood from this guy Valerius and putting it into a key to open up a big egg and let the Methuselah out.
We know the steps he will take. We don't know what happens afterwards if he achieves it. That is what terrifies me. I hate not knowing.
Oh, yes, you seem very, very hungry. Is there a boy? He looks around, and they bring in a young man for you to feed on. He's about 13, 14, maybe 15 years old.
Is this my? Is this?
He's new because he kept fucking up at the other sheriffs north of the river.
Oh, I know who this guy is.
I wish there was like a microphone inside my fucking Medela, because you would hear the Kill Bill siren going off right now. Okay.
What you have is an offer to feed upon a young human and slake your thirst. The dilemma that you may or may not have is that this young human will eventually be embraced by General Halesworth himself. And that embraced youngster will seek war, and he will find you there in war, and he will embrace you.
Oh, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
Amir,
Kill the kid right now. Kill him.
just end of Spanish. Bye.
Suck them dry, man. Suck them dry.
That Kill Bill siren that's going off in your head is also pounding with images and visceral feelings of a disconnected generation. You have a father, a grandfather, and the son all in one place, but an uncertain existence in front of him.
Yeah, that's straight almost like the uteral heartbeat noise going on. That is.
If you weren't already in your full gangrel frenzy, I'd have you roll it again.
But this one has moxie. I can smell it.
This one. Sent here is from Juliet, north of the river. Doesn't know his ass from his elbow, from what I've heard. We've only had him the night. We'll get him into shape, though.
Were you keen steel before you were tempered, General?
Weren't we all?
I wasn't. I was rough, cold iron until I was hammered into shape. So you hammered this boy into shape.
Indeed.
Make him proper.
I don't know, man. We just burned down his place, and now you're telling him orders? I mean, come on, just take a drink.
I'm just telling him how I was raised.
Oh, all right. Okay.
So who's going to kill him?
It's like,
No, nobody?
No, that would be...
I don't know. I will not modify myself.
Nobody
Thank
knows
you very
that
much.
this is his sire. The only one that knows it is...
He's the only one
Arthur.
that knows it.
Yeah.
Are you going to take a drink?
Just a taste. Just a taste.
No, he'll get like really close, just like...
What's odd is there's something familiar. Even that human blood that's inside of him now is a part of what you have inside of you.
It was like the straight up like full hand cuff the back of his head and just break him in, and it's like, you're destined for great and terrible things, boy. Seek during the Second Great War someone of my name, and they'll make you proud.
The boy is terrified and enraptured.
There is no greater bloodline than what hammers in your veins. Prove yourself. Make yourself greater than them, and you will be eternal.
He doesn't respond, but he is inspired. My question, though, still remains. How hungry are you?
And just kind of like drag the fangs from like tracing the carotid up to his ear. Sick
Semper Tyrannis.
And just push him back.
The city's full of trash.
Well, hold on a second here. Lilith, are you hungry? I know you woke up, you're kind of hangry. So no sense to let this guy go to waste.
That's true. If someone else would like to take
I wouldn't mind. I'm
sample.
a little peckish myself. If you don't mind just a little taste.
I don't think that I am going to. No, thank you.
Vanya's gonna feed.
Vanyo, you can feed off of him.
Okay.
You could slake all of your hunger except one dot.
Oh,
no, except
yes.
one.
Yeah. I only got it 2, so I just want to take it down to 1.
Yeah. If you did take it down to 0, well, you're not sure what would happen.
No.
You would feel better, but the
no.
consequences boggle the mind.
You're so double lucky right now, Alex, that I, 1, am not there, and 2, can't feed off of humans. Because this is just too good to pass up. I'll check in with you guys later.
You're what? Your generation what? Like 7 now?
Yeah, he's moving right on.
I don't kill people unless I have to. So I definitely wouldn't do that.
You can slake your hunger.
Okay, yeah.
Arthur, you can deal with your current condition. And Lilith, you made your choice, even though you didn't realize the connection. Let's leave you there for a minute, though, and go back and talk with Julian, since you're enjoying this other scene.
No need to come back to me, please.
Well, my question is, what can you do from the steps of the British Museum?
I can if I can see that, I could be listening in on this.
You could listen through the shadows of some tall tree in the vicinity. Yeah. But they aren't near the Crystal Palace anymore.
Okay.
Halsworth took him back to his place. You're not sure where that is.
Here's my question. I'm going to turn to the 2 3 snake boys, and say, "Did you bring me here just to tell me to go to the place that I was already planning on going?"
We do not know what you have plans for.
Okay.
But maybe we can help you.
I hope you're not wasting my time.
What do you need?
I need to go to the rest of my coterie, and and I point at the burning wreckage of the Crystal Palace. Either this is, I'm sure they did not plan for this. I'm sure they didn't plan for this.
Can you ride a horse?
I don't know. I mean, I can do anything I set my mind to.
Good answer.
It's fun to watch the first time, yes. But an experienced rider would be able to make it there shortly.
Okay. Do you have any, past the sand through the eye of a needle, and on the other side is the place that I want to go, or some shit like that?
No, the sands of the times told us you were here out of place.
Okay.
But cannot tell you how to get back until the purpose is complete.
No. Not how to get back. How to get over there.
Perhaps you ride with the brigade.
Okay. I'll do that. I want you, all 3 of you, or one of you, however this consciousness thing works, I want all of you, or whatever, to know that when you leave someone a message that sounds like urgent, come find us, and all you mean to do is say, we know that you're here, don't.
Then I tell you this. Purpose must be complete before time portals will take you back.
Got it. Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure, all three of you. I have to say, I'm a little bit out of sorts. I apologize for being rude or curt.
Is understanding.
Yes, I am very understanding. Also, why are you all here if you're Sabat? How's that working out for you?
We have to be quiet in cities like this.
Yes, real sneak. Okay.
But over the long terms, we will make a difference.
I believe you. I believe all or one of you, whatever. Goodbye. And Julian will just look at them for like a second and then turn around and walk away.
You could walk away from them. If you don't turn around, then you won't see them vanish into snakes and slither back into the building.
I have the senses, so I probably will like feel it and I'll turn around. Oh well, can't you do that and send me over there? like Julian is impressed.
They did ask if you could ride a horse.
Yeah, he's gonna go do that or whatever. But he's also really grossed out / impressed.
The fire bells and alarms that are going off are from a district fire department not too far away.
Do they have trucks?
They have wagons.
So like wagons.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop on the back of one of the wagons.
They will get you there faster than running would get you there.
Yeah.
But it will still take you a little bit of time, maybe 10, 15 minutes.
It's fine.
By the time the fire department does arrive...
Wait. I want to call Vanya.
Yes, you have your phone.
Cool.
I've been waiting for somebody to use the goddamn phone.
Okay.
Hey.
So my phone starts ringing?
So my question for you, Julian, when do you want to call him? At what point?
Oh, I'm riding on the back of the wagon.
So there's a fireman driving the wagon. There's a fireman next to him.
Ignore me.
And there's you and another guy hanging on to the back.
Ignore me.
You're on a phone.
Hello?
Like a taxi.
Like V-Watch. Like,
Stop.
So, Vanya, you get a call. It pops up as Julian White calling.
Oh.
You were at...
I didn't even know these things still worked. Bleep, bleep. Julian, where are you at, man?
Taking an Uber.
Good joke. No, seriously, where are you from?
Actually, I think there's something to this whole ride-sharing thing. Maybe I can start something up early.
You hear clanging noises and the clopping of horses.
It sounds like you're in some kind of crazy church.
The Church of Commerce, my friend. Where are you at?
Oh, man, you're not going to believe this. We're standing outside
the Crystal Palace.
Yeah, how did you know?
You're not at the Crystal Palace. That's what I was going to tell you.
Oh, that's right.
You're with the sheriff at St. Elphies.
You're not there anymore, but they did.
Yeah.
Right? They were.
Okay. Yeah. You burned down the... I can tell because I saw it, and you're not at the...
No, we're at this place...
or the chicken or whatever the fuck it's called.
Are we... I take it we're not being left alone, correct? There's got to be people keeping an eye on us.
In fact, Halesworth is probably still in the vicinity, and his hounds are definitely watching you operate this device.
I wave at him, and I pull the phone down and say, "Excuse me, General, but where are we at currently? A friend of ours is coming, and I have to tell him."
The church and cemetery of St. Elphage.
We're at the church and cemetery of St. Elphage.
Julian hops up to the wagon and he says to the driver, take me to the cemetery.
It could have been better if you said it to the horse and just
are you
fuck the
compelling
driver.
him
Yeah, I need to get there. So
you were compelling, and he is a human, so he has little to no choice but to follow you.
Right.
When the horses cross the bridge, the original London Bridge, to the south of London, near to where Greenwich begins, he will unexpectedly take a left with his horses and his tanker and his firemen and start heading east towards St. Alphege.
I should
and
be there
Cemetery.
sometime. I don't know.
Oh, just so you know, when you get here, this is we're here with that South Sheriff, General Arthur Halesworth. He's here. He's got this. Well, we're under questioning right now.
Well, what answers are you giving?
Not many. I mean, I told them what I could, but these people, they don't believe us.
It doesn't matter. None of this matters.
Okay, well, we'll see you when you get here. Okay, bye-bye.
Turned a little nihilist there, haven't you? The driver
Beautiful night.
will be accosted by the other firemen on board, being like, "Where the hell are you going, mate? Hey, oi, we're going the wrong way."
I ignore
And,
that.
you
I'm just looking at the scenery.
The man sitting next to him may try to grab the reins. Are you just going to tell them all?
If they try to grab the reins, I'm going to say, "Take me to the cemetery." To every person that grabs the reins.
Okay, you
So
have
eventually there'll just be 4 of them sitting at the wagon together, holding the reins, taking me to the cemetery.
Then they
It's,
start
it's-
fighting over the
it's-
reins because they want to
it's
take you to
you-
the cemetery.
It's you and 3 firemen. The wagon that you're on is actually a tanker, so it's some of the water that was being taken there.
Oh yeah, I understand the sacrifice
Hoses
that was
and
made.
ladders.
It's
And,
for the greater good. None of this matters. Julian will take up his place laying on the tanker, staring up at the sky as they take him to the cemetery.
it is a beautiful night passing through the streets of Greenwich. The clouds are low and sparse, and you can see the stars. Surprisingly, in this kind of a world where there isn't all that light pollution from the cities, a Chicago boy like yourself is amazed to see the Milky Way for the first time.
Oh wow, this is what the sky looks like. Maybe I should invest in some eco products.
Within a few minutes, 10, 15 minutes, you will pull up to what looks to be an old church and cemetery grounds. This is back from the Revolutionary War days. It hasn't been in use in quite some time, but it's where General Arthur Halesworth makes his base south of the river. There are a few hounds sitting around. They're surprised to see these entranced firemen. So when you hop off the wagon, they will send them on their way.
Oh, that's convenient.
Wait, no.
Unless you don't want them to, but
No, I do. I'm glad I don't have to do it. It's nice of them.
they need to preserve the Masquerade as well. So
Right. Okay, so
Julian! It's very good to see you, my friend.
Fuck.
Worse.
General Arthur Halesworth is here. He's a very proper gangrel, wearing some very nice clothes, standing upright, and in full control of his men and his environment.
Sheriff, I presume?
Hello. You must be the other one they mentioned.
I am the other one.
Mhm. They tell me you're in pursuit of someone who I can actually blame for the burning down of the Crystal Palace. I look forward to it.
Ah, an ally, and so far out. It's fantastic.
Now,
Arthur, you look a right mess. Sorry, that's how you say it, right? A right
truly,
mess?
Indeed. He's
Ooh, you look like a tosser.
oh yeah, that's a good one.
Yes.
I don't understand.
Aha.
I mean, get a hold of yourself. Look,
Okay.
From what I've been able to piece together, no one seems to speak clearly in the Queen's English
What are you
anymore.
talking about, man? They
He's-
told you.
he's not. I'm sorry, Arthur is incapable of speaking directly. But if you let it go, he will. Sometimes he says very profound things.
Indeed.
Although I think this probably makes it difficult.
He's
That's
having
Arthur
a good
growling.
day. Can't say I've had my share, so I understand
Careful
what
with
he's
the
going.
paws. He's like listening to the general while teasing Arthur because it's so nice to see him out of control and like out of sorts. This is just
A little the white froth too. It's just,
yeah. Oh, just a little bit right there.
just from chewing your cut a little bit too much.
So yes, we're after a man named Dusable. He's going to attack your prince or whatever. We're here to stop him. You're welcome.
It's amazing. That's what I think.
What? I've managed to glean that much at least, but what makes you think he's going to attack Valerius?
Ancestry.
Meaning,
The way ancestry works is one begets the next that begets the next, and one of the gets that have been begetted is Valerius, and he was beget by
Begotten.
trying to
Wasn't there
speak plainly, Arthur.
that shaman guy? What was his name again? That he trapped this guy. Isn't that what happened?
Listen. Not only do you literally own a museum of sorts,
well,
right?
not anymore.
Not anymore. But that doesn't stop you from learning from it. There's a history. That history has led us to believe that he will take the blood of your prince, because it's the only blood that he can use. If we're wrong about that, we're all screwed regardless.
Use the blood. What do you mean use?
As one uses a key to unlock a door. In this case, a liquid key to unlock a stone door of some sort that will unleash the end of times for Kindred.
The end of times.
For Kindred, at least.
Oh, so your friend
Okay.
is he Sabat, like you?
I'm not Sabat, but thank you for
Oh,
asking.
I'm very terribly sorry. You seem to have the manner of a La Sombra. You carry the shadows with you.
Well, one, I don't take it as an insult.
Oh no, I have nothing against the La Sombra myself,
Well, that's
mind you,
fine. It's very enlightened of you.
and the city. Well, you know, we're very, I guess, liberal is the word nowadays.
I don't think that I would use that word, but I would say that you're doing the best you can.
So, please, mind you, I'm not here to judge you, the Sabat, or your predilections. I just simply assumed as La Sombra. I mean, the only Sombra I've ever known to be in the Camarilla was that Lenoir over north.
Keep it up, Julian. You got him on the ropes.
He's very, very funny.
Right, and of course, they're all the same. I understand. As I said, you're doing your best. It might shock you to know that this ne'er-do-well is from the Camarilla.
Damn, you say.
I do.
These.
I do.
The infighting has got to stop.
It will
all the-
stop if we don't find him.
Machinations between kindred. Ah.
Why can't we
Why?
all be more civilized like the gangrel?
Exactly. I have led us into the future. A civilized future. And now what do we have is...
When he says civilized like the gangrel, I look over at Lilith and raise my eyebrows and go,
I can't really do this. I just go like
You can. It's just you're way out here with it.
just, yeah, the gorilla at the zoo just.
Yes. The thinker. Is that in the city somewhere? So, sir, also,
yes.
I should let you know. Somebody's trying to kill you.
Oh. Don't tell me. Havisham cornered you and...
I won't tell you.
Yeah, you don't have to. It's been going on for years. It's like a running joke at this point.
Yeah, that's definitely what it is. So, We
So-
obviously need a place to rest, and we need resources that you have access to in order to help.
Did Havisham burn it down?
I don't
He's
know.
been trying to do that for years.
He's been trying to burn it down? How has he been unsuccessful? It seemed to go up pretty quickly.
Now come to think of it, he was awfully helpful with trying to get us over here. Maybe he's in league with Disable.
Ah, bugger it all.
What
These
do you think, Sherlock Horns?
damn.
Are you asking me or him?
Never mind.
I think he was talking to you, but
It's his teeth, not horns.
I am not a changeling of Pan. Thank you very much.
Sorry, I couldn't tell. So
I've learned one thing here.
We'll need your assistance, access to your resources, your eyes. We've heard that you have a very firm hold on the south side, the more dignified side of London. So we'll need your assistance in order to stop catastrophe.
if what you say is true, then my help you shall have.
Thank you.
My resources and everything you need.
Lovely.
You can stay here. There are safe places available. We have crypts and sarcophagi in the basement. Very safe, very, very good for all of us.
I need access to an event.
An event.
Yes.
I don't think I understand what you mean.
Do you have plans in 2 days?
For a kindred who's only recently entered my city, it seems unlikely you would know of any of that.
And yet I do. And so you must ask yourself.
Does Dusable also know these things?
You found the right question. We are your answer, of course.
Especially if Disable's in league with that guy who hates you.
Of course, I don't want to force your hand at all.
I can't imagine that Dusable, new as he is, like you, has forged some sort of an alliance against me.
Well,
However-
who's to say he hasn't come here before? Set up groundwork, get ready to come and actually do the deed.
I think that you know very well that if we're able to have this information, then so is Disable. And as a gangrel,
This
I would
whole
hope that
city
you
is
would
rife with
understand.
rumor and speculation. God damn it. Ah.
Isn't it wonderful?
You are right. Valerius comes on his annual hunt in 2 days' time.
Well, there you go. I'd like
You
to
will-
be there, please.
I think we can make that happen. But Valerius is very, very particular kind. He would not take well to being bait. He is, in every sense of the word, a royal.
Well, then, if you'd like me to go speak to him, I certainly would love to do that as well. Although I doubt that that would fly.
Oh, even my status couldn't get you in for a word with the court.
So, what are a few gentlemen and a gentle lady to do when forced into a corner?
Well,
To protect our prince, of course.
Valerius has a... he likes to hunt, but it's hard to call it a real hunt. He hunts the werewolf, of course. He feels like it's strong and powerful. But what we know is that it's a captured werewolf, drugged and declawed, defanged, neutered, if you will, and sent out amongst the fields of Greenwich. Valerius and his cronies take a short sojourn. They find him in quick time and, well, eviscerate him on the spot and congratulate each other on a job well done and a hunt well had.
This is all in the Journal Open, correct?
There's what?
This whole conversation is in the Journal Open. Yes.
Oh, yeah, he's talking to all of you.
Yeah.
If you know about this hunt coming up.
Does Valerian employ hounds?
Well, the hounds are all mine down here. So I will be providing security for him and his entourage.
If I were to volunteer to be one of the said hounds,
Well, you do
or to
fit
make
the bill
one
now,
of
don't
the
you?
hounds mine,
Get some rest. I'd like to see you in your other state.
Maybe
And
get
yet-
something to drink while you're at it, man.
and yet before I do, I would have words with you, Sheriff to Sheriff, if it please you,
It does.
sir.
It does indeed please me a great deal. Come, you
And-
come to me, my private study. The rest of you, find quarters for yourself. And if you need to feed, there are youth about.
Thank
Yes.
you, Sheriff. I'm just going to meditate outside for a while, if that's all right with you.
Of course, the ground's perfectly safe here. But don't go too far.
Of course.
Julian, I got the question for you, man. And he's not doing it up in the order, like in front of everybody. He's going to walk over to Julian.
Ah.
Yeah.
Take him outside with you.
Yeah.
I just want to, while he's talking to me, I want to keep an eye out for where Arthur's going. For the window, because he said he's going up to the office.
Yeah, his private study.
I want to keep an eye out on what window that is
Okay.
in the light zone. Thanks, sir.
Lilith, are you going to join them outside, or are you not invited into this conversation?
Oh, she's invited.
Oh, it didn't feel like I was invited.
Well,
I know.
I'm sorry. Vanya will look over at you like, give you the head nod. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean, I'll follow if invited.
I'm going to say to Lilith, you look like shit. What happened?
Finally, someone gives a
You're not going to believe, man. I didn't want to say anything. So, like, I wake up, I'm like, oh, where are you guys? I go stumbling into the Egyptian exhibit. Boom! This sarcophagus opens up, and who comes tumbling out but Lilith and Arthur sharing a
Oh.
sarcophagus?
Oh, my.
Oh,
Scandalous.
I'm sorry. Was I not supposed to tell him that, Lilith? I should have probably asked.
Well, if that's what happened, congratulations. With all he looks at all the ripped clothes. If that's what happened, congratulations.
And no wonder he's got that look to him.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
just,
I just figured, it's a gangrel thing. I don't know.
You went full animal on it.
Yeah, it's but
Oh
Getting
my
skeevy
lord.
now.
I didn't realize that these phones still worked.
how dare you insult technology?
Well,
like
you
that?
know what I'm trying to
course
say.
there's
That
still
I
work.
figured there's
You know how
no
much
network
I
here or
went
something.
through
I
to-
don't know.
You know what I went through to develop this shit?
Oh,
Do you
God.
understand?
Here we go. Anyway,
You're
so
lucky I'm in a great mood right now.
when you called me,
Yeah.
it made me think, why don't we call Disable? Figure
What
something
would we
out,
say
maybe
to
to
disable.
Yeah.
throw him off the scent or something.
But he
I
might
mean,
also throw the phone away.
he might. It's very
I
possible.
mean,
but
right, he may not know it works.
I know that he hasn't yet. Because
Oh.
when we were at the Crystal Palace and I was waking up, guess whose little bleepy bleep was coming up on the phone? But
The bleepy
Mr.
bleep?
I don't know your technical terms.
I
But
don't know it either.
it was Disable.
So he's there.
He was there right
He
before it
was
burned
there.
down. I was trying to get these two to come on, and then
Oh.
what was that undead guy? The soldier came, tried to kill us.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Is that what did that?
No, that was from before. Don't let her fool you.
Wait, so you are together? Congratulations.
We're not putting any sort of label on it. Calm down here.
You're right. You're right. He goes, and you see Julian like legitimately go like, "You're right." Feel free to be free.
While you are sitting there talking, particularly talking about Disable, you hear the heavy, flapping, leathery wings again. And Slave the gargoyle will drop down on the ground right in front of you.
I'm sorry. I think I missed this.
Slave the gargoyle is Bainbridge's eyes and ears over the city.
Okay.
He is literally a gargoyle.
Right. Okay.
Big leather wings, can barely speak, and he says, "Note." And he hands a note to whoever wants to take it. Or he'll just drop it on the
No,
ground.
Vanya will take it
I
from
mean,
him.
I'd take it. Yeah.
Okay, roll.
What?
I'll let Lilith grab it then.
Lilith grabs it and Slave, whoosh, with one big jump backwards, launches himself back into the sky, and he's gone.
But if he knows that these phones work, then we could leave the phones maybe somewhere to like make him think that's where we're at or something. It's just something to think about, you know?
Well, actually, I can do a little bit with technology. I haven't been doing anything with it because I've been so goddamn hungry, but I'm feeling so much better now, and so
Well, that's good.
Yeah, but I can't do it right now.
And I just start reading the note out loud.
Okay.
It's a note from Bainbridge himself saying that he's tracked Dusable with the vitae you gave him. He thinks you're putting him on, having a good one. Because he's discovered a soldier with the British regiment in North Africa.
Oh, yeah.
And that's where this vitae goes.
Okay. All right.
Fucking wanker.
You're right.
So it's not temporally specific. Oh, by the way, none of this matters.
The Dusable that he found is currently serving in North Africa.
And now I lost my blood.
Well, shoot.
That's the last one.
The last one. Speaking of Arthur,
I'll rip it up.
as soon as I see what room,
Second
and
floor,
if
back corner.
I'm going to say, if you all don't mind, and I'm gonna use shadow perspective.
There is a light burning in the window, which is all you need. Your inner beast comes out and makes this a little bit easier for you. But you're listening in the shadows as Arthur and Sir General Arthur Halesworth. Is his name Arthur Halesworth?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What a
So-
coincidence.
That's what, I mean,
That's Providence, one might call it. That's also why I went with last name basis, because I was like Arthur, other Arthur. C'est quoi? Will get confusing. General,
Yes,
we may speak candidly here. Yes.
we are alone. There are no prying eyes or ears.
Of course. What does that snort?
What is it you
Do you-
wish to say?
There's a great many things that weigh on my mind. From one gangrel to another, do you believe the words that came from my compatriot, the Georgian? Would you prescribe him as mad?
Well, talk of time does always make me skeptical. True. However, there are strange things afoot, and news has been coming to me for the past couple of days. Strange things. I'm willing to put them together with my skepticism.
From one sheriff to another, what manner of strange is this?
I live in a city overrun by all manner of kindred, undead, and unkind. We are hunted even today by the Vatican and their agents. We are pursued amongst ourselves because of our infighting. Oh, are you Camarilla? Are you Anarch? Are you Sabbat? In the end, we are a society, I try to believe. It requires all of us, and yet there also must be leadership and direction. So, London now is a confused place, absent of true leadership. What would you have me do? For you?
For me, and I would rather give before asking. There will be, if to give credence to my compatriots, an author in the burgeoning years of 1930 who will say the civilized nature of man is unbefitting. The civilized will lie. Barbarity is the truest nature of our kind. His name is Howard.
And?
Barbarity is the staple of the gangrel. No matter what mask we wear, you, with your cravat, ascot, and frock coat, take the title general because you are a soldier. You are a warrior. You are fierce, and people know it. The sheriff, north of the river, has her hammer crew.
Indeed.
If you were to put yourselves at the same purpose, imagine what you could achieve. Politicking aside, we are animals.
I
He
do
hunts.
understand you. I understand you. I do. I've taken many years to quell my more base instincts. I enjoy the structure of the Camarilla. I enjoy its freedoms. Now, you may think of me as a warrior, and I appreciate it. But I think of myself as a peaceman. There is
course.
always war to be had. Peace is much, much harder to come by.
Peace is the greatest reward of a warrior's exploits, no?
And as an old warrior, I think I deserve some. I try to make it happen here. I keep the ivory tower safe. I will
Ivory.
keep it safe from you if I must.
It's not me you have to worry about.
That I believe.
Share. The ivory tower will collapse again and again. Because money and promises are weak. I simply ask through the wars to come, that boy,
The boy. From up north. What's his name? Doyle. That's it. That boy?
we
What is he significant?
personally, we.
Huh.
I have visited the vampire with the third eye,
Oh.
and that boy who has, what I've seen, learned a great deal who is, despite being from the other sheriff's sledgehammer-wielding chef, finds great purpose with a gangrel in London of martial quality.
I guess my question to you is, are you negotiating for him? Do you want him?
I wish you to foster the boy.
You want me to foster the boy? He's a bit troublesome, if you don't mind. I was just...
Are not all young gangrel. We are animals until we are tempered. You beat out the weakness like the impurities out of iron.
Tell me, Gangrel, who is this boy to you?
You know, first, does he have like a decanter? You know, as I'm assuming as being a well-to-do English gentleman of Victorian.
He may, though it's not filled with wine. It'll
Of course,
have something else in it.
Finally, I'll pour myself a lot and pour him a lot, and just go over and just hand him a glass. And like, in the wars to come, which consume the world, he is my sire.
Halesworth takes the drink, holds it for a long moment, and then gulps it all in one swig. If you do the same, you can take 1 dot of hunger away.
Let's go. As a man of Victorian stature and classical martial schooling, your legacy will endure through me.
And I think that is the place to end it for tonight. That is the moment I like. His legacy shall endure through you, Arthur. Meeting your own grandfather.
You know, when you go back, he's going to have written a bestseller. There's all kinds of different stuff that's going to have happened.
There you are, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us for our Vampire Chronicle Wicked City Kindred. Oh, it's getting juicy down here in London in 1859. So let's go around the group and let's introduce ourselves. Julian White, you were not able to join us last week, so tell us who you are.
Hi, I'm Wes. I'm playing Julian
Black this time around.
Julian Black right now, the Montano
Yes.
person who has no money but still has style. And they can't ever take that away from you, kids.
Right. And then what about Lilith there? Grace, who are you?
I'm Grace. I played Lilith, and yeah, I'm just happy that we didn't get murdered by that fucking skeleton.
That hell of a right cross. Man, he caught you off guard. He did a lot of damage, but you managed to take care of him.
Yeah.
Arthur Valand, wow, what an experience you're having.
Yeah, I am now the hairiest man in London, right after Mr. Hyde. This is, the theater experience I never knew I wanted. Yeah, I'm Alex Maxwell. You can find me. I don't really Twitch stream anymore, but you'll find me here every Wednesday, same bat channel, same bat time, wearing this face, this guise, this panache. With this fantastic coterie, dysfunctional as we are. I would have it no other way.
And seriously, man, if you run a werewolf game, I want in. I definitely.
Oh, are you kidding me? Yes.
I
run it in Chicago too. It's like cross the streams. You
just keep it going.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
And all of this, of course, is thanks to Will DM, who is jumping in here as a player. Thank you, Will, for playing Vanyo Konya and letting us be on your wicked channel here.
No, thank you. Thank you.
You already did all the announcements about the other shows, but we should also tell people we have the old shows, like the chapter 1 of this chronicle. You can find that on YouTube. I keep meaning to post it in our Discord, but join our Discord.
If you're on Twitch, you can go down below. There is a button that you can press, which will take you directly to it, and you can join the Discord there if you haven't already. So, as well as other things like shirts and a Wicked Studio mask and stuff like that are available down there as well.
Yes, mask.
I do want to say thank you, and Wolf had brought it up, but I do want to say thank you to everybody for throwing around all those bits. You have no idea how incredibly powerful you're going to be making all of these characters.
I see from Wolf Squanch wanting a bits roll call.
Yeah, I don't remember everybody. I know Wolf did it.
Boy, but what did we put up? 3,000, 4,000?
Actually, the end total was 4,900 altogether.
Whoa.
I know Salinity Rose did. I know Wolf did. I'm forgetting somebody who
And
dropped
Rexy. Was it Rex Things did a good deal too.
And then
maybe.
Yeah, there was
maybe
an
we
anonymous one.
Yeah, maybe we could just knock off the zeros and make it 49 points worth of experience. Around the group.
100 bits makes like an experience.
We'll work that out in the Discord and then the off time between not this week.
I don't know if that's a lot or not. I don't.
In World of Darkness, you can do a lot with almost 50 experience.
It is at this level, things get expensive, so it may not go as far as you think, but we'll make it happen. Anyway, thank you for everybody joining us. I've been Uncle Tony, your storyteller for this V5 Chronicle set in the classic World of Darkness, world of London, 1859. Wicked City Kindred. We should probably roll that opening again at the end.
You want me to run it at the end? Hold on, I'll run it at the end for you. Just because
and
you
then
love
that's
it
it.
so much.
We'll go out on that.
Okay. You get an opening and a closing simultaneously.
So thank you, Dylan Trahan, for doing that magnificent opening.
Very much so. And thank you, everybody, for showing up and watching the show. As always, we appreciate it. And we're glad that you're enjoying it. And we will be back next Wednesday.
Next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
There you go. All right. And with that, roll the movie.
Hello, mates. Welcome to London. Now, run for your lives.
Bye.